Hi everybody, my name is Michael. This is my YouTube page, Mox News. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're finding something of value here. I truly do. The original Mox News page with 6,600 plus videos, and the alternate Mox News #1 page with 10,200 videos. Probably 10,000 hours work, something like that. But that's not the part, you know. I mean, it's this living history of what people thought at a moment when something was happening. This page, my work has always been about what happened today and what you guys input on that is. And like I've always said, without you, the work is completely meaningless. You complete the work, which is, I guess, why they call it YouTube. And I cannot thank you enough for completing my work for all these years. It's truly heartwarming. It's truly heartwarming.
Hey everybody, we are live here on a Monday, the 12th of October 2020, and what you're looking at is the Senate Judiciary. If those of you that haven't seen me before on camera, I'm Craig, I'm Mike's producer. Mike is not here tonight, but I wanted to go live and give you guys an opportunity to discuss what's going on in the Senate Judiciary. That's Lindsey Graham. Obviously his name's right there on the screen. And to kind of mix it up a little bit for fun tonight, since I'm just doing this by myself, no clips, it's just straight talk. There's no extras, no nothing. Just you and me and our resident equivalent of the old Hannity and Combs duo. We have live on Skype, coming to you momentarily here in 3, 2, 1. We have Wilco. Wilco,
Hello.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Wilco, brother, is there. And Steve, motherfucking McClanahan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Why did you introduce me before yourself and Wilco? This is bullshit. This is my show,
Hey,
motherfuckers.
don't make me
This is
fucking put you in
Steve.
check, man. Get in your lane there, McClanahan. So,
This is Steve and Wilco and Craig show now.
right, but here's the thing. You and Wilco are kind of like Hannity and Combs. For those of you that remember the late Alan Combs, he was kind of
Really annoying.
he was the annoying liberal. And, of course, we know Sean Hannity is that bleeding heart conservative, whatever you want to call him, for those of you that like Fox News.
Good-looking, fucking intelligent individual.
Oh, right. That's why we picked Steve to be Sean Hannity as his role tonight. So
And
those of
I'm
you that don't know,
definitely
this
annoying.
tower of power, this microphone that I'm sitting behind is the cornerstone headquarters of Mox News. We are in a clandestine location. That's the black background behind me. We're coming to you live special report here because it is a Monday night and because we have Amy Coney Barrett getting confirmed by what personally I'm not going to get too involved, but I think they should have waited for a new president. That's all I'm going to say. They did it to Barack Obama. They wouldn't let him get his nominee through, so it stands to reason that they shouldn't allow their nominee to go through either. But that's just me. I want you guys to call in. And it's going to be a little hard for you guys to hear Steve and Wilco while we're going through this live because when the callers call in, I have no way to join up your call so that the viewers that are watching the show can hear you guys at the same time. Because I've got you guys, I'm going to show you what's up here. I've got you guys coming through on that phone, and I've got my boys coming through on Skype for the conference call. So it makes it kind of tough for me to put all of you guys together and still try and do it live. Right, Steve? We're doing it live, right?
We're doing it live, and I'm ready to argue with Wilco right now.
Well, okay, guys. So before we open up the phones, let's have some talking points between you two. I mean, Steve, you go first. What do you think about this justice nomination? What do you know about her? What do you think about her?
Well, since you, in fact, Craig, had to go in and throw in your fucking 2 cents currently as a prestigious journalist that I am, that all the research that I've fucking done out here and looking into this nomination, the president of the goddamn United States has every fucking right to just go ahead and, get this shit done. But then we got if you would actually look up, truth before facts, Craig, you'd fucking know this shit. And what the deal is, you are in power currently. You are the president of the United States. Everyone's bitching. Yeah. You're the president of the United States. You're in power currently. And
Got it.
they are going to fucking ram this shit through like none other. And everyone's going to fucking cry their fucking little eyeballs out. And really, honestly, I'm fucking not going to lose a single ounce of fucking sleep because I tell you what, my journalistic degree does not fucking, call for me to do that, to actually lose sleep over this. And once they actually, in fact, go ahead and nominate her as a Supreme Court justice, motherfucking judge, it's done. So I just would think just maybe stop complaining, move on, try to find a new movement to fight for, and they will. And they will. And then there's going to be plenty of other people bitching about it also. But what I'm saying is it really doesn't affect me until I actually have to utilize the Supreme Court.
Sure.
And I don't plan on doing any of that shit currently.
Right, but bigger
'Cause I'm a
landmark cases like this is going to change the conservative approach to like a woman's right to choose with abortion. A woman's body has her own choice versus the government. I mean.
Yeah, well.
Are we sure that's not just a scare tactic that's being put out there? Do we really think that the Supreme Court is going to reverse Roe versus Wade?
That's a hard take.
I
How
don't
would they
think-
get to that point? I'm no legal scholar. I don't know what would get them to that point. I mean, they could, I suppose, right?
I think it's possible, but I'm not
I think
sure
it's
that
possible that they wrote up something else because they can. It's the fucking government. They start doing all kinds of shit. Okay, and literally, I think people just need to chill the fuck out right now. Okay, and
like why is why did they pick her? That's kind of my thing. Why her?
Well,
Is
a
it
Catholic,
just because
that's
she's a conservative Christian?
no, not just
And
a
what's with
Christian.
all the
She's a Roman
Catholics
Catholic.
I think that
And-
she
and
meets
doesn't that-
every criteria of diversity, honestly, in my opinion.
I don't know,
So we
man.
gotta
I
get
was
the
raised Roman
Jesuit
Catholic.
judge
I
in
don't
there.
follow that religion anymore. I haven't been to church since, well, I went to a funeral at a Catholic church, and because I hadn't gone in years, I chose not to go up front. Even though I took the sacraments and grew up in Catholic school, I didn't go. I didn't feel it was right to participate in a ritual of a religion that I don't really follow anymore. I don't like the way the Catholics think.
So yeah, like trying to control the world for thousands of years.
Well, why does everything the Pope
You know.
says have to be the rule of law? And I mean,
Dude, why are we going off? We're going off the
she's
rails
a Catholic,
here. Like,
and I'm just saying, as a talking point, that's a big
Did you see-
issue.
Did you see
John
what
F. Kennedy was a
the
Catholic.
Pope
We haven't had a Catholic president since him, right? So why do we nominate a Catholic justice? Aren't a lot of the Supreme Court justices Catholic? Does anybody in chat know? I can look it up. How many? Go ahead.
I've been hearing a lot about the Jesuits lately, so I don't know too much about it, but we got gonna put this Catholic in. We got the Trump went to
she could
Jesuit
have been
school. We
raised
got
by
Biden
Catholics.
coming up.
She could be raised by Catholics. Fucking literally, that's there's what they fucking probably think is, yeah, there's evil out there in this world, even in the Catholic society, but I still believe in Jesus and I'm one of the good ones.
Well,
And things like that.
Catholicism
Like,
isn't all about
like,
Jesus
we know,
Christ like a lot of the
she
other
is a
religions
fucking
are.
Judge. She is a fucking, literally a law professor.
Right,
Okay,
right. I'm aware of that.
Jesus. Shouldn't it, like,
It was Obama.
do we even have the qualifications to even question her?
No, well, we all do. I mean, this is someone who's going to have a lifetime appointment to the highest court in our country. We all have a right to have questions about her, right? I mean, no? Are we all just peons in this bigger battle, right? Worker bees?
No, we all should have it. So we also need to have a confirmation hearing that would be asking questions of her that are relevant to the job that she's going to perform, rather than playing
Instead of
politics
bitching about
and
Trump.
crying about whether or not they should be doing this or not, or whether they can get it done. I mean, we've got a short period of time, and it sounds like the Judiciary Committee isn't on track here, and they're not asking any questions that the American people might get an idea of who this woman is. They're talking about, whether Trump should have done it. Is he a terrible ruler or leader because of the COVID? And what about the COVID? And what about the COVID? So this whole thing's a little strange. It doesn't really seem. I know these people that are on this committee do not have our best interests in mind. They're politicians.
It's just
and
a dog and
everybody
pony
says, oh,
show.
They shouldn't be. Right. They're all liars, and they pretend like they're at each other's throats, and I'm not so sure that they really are, because anytime that we get any kind of a serious vote that has to do with the Constitution, they all vote the same. So I don't know. This seems very odd to me. She seems like a nice person. She's kind of cute. I'd like to know what her thoughts are, though, on the law.
Kind of
And,
cute.
I
She
think
has
I've heard
9
that
children.
she's
Half of
kinda
them are
cute.
adopted, and Wilco says she's kind of cute.
Well, that's how she got all them kids, right?
I like it. No, I hear you. That's great. So should we open up
but
the
that
phones,
also
guys, or
leads to
Matt? Do
she's
you? I
younger
mean,
than I am.
Matt. I'm sorry, Wilco and Steve. I'm tripping out. I don't know why I said Matt, because I know it's Steve tonight. Steve, do you got any more talking points you'd like to blast the audience with before we bring our viewers in on some calls?
Well, yes, I do.
All right, go, man.
Dollars.
The floor is yours,
If you're
brother.
ready to call in, I want to hear some truth over facts, okay? I want to know the thing. If you can tell me what the thing is, please call in.
Okay, I haven't opened
And,
up the lines yet. Right now, we're still going straight to voicemail so we don't get interrupted while we're starting off the preface here. This is our This is our
Can you
pre-show
please
monologue
in
or trialogue
me?
in this case, because all three of us are shooting the shit.
Oh my god. Here we go.
I do the show a little different than Mike, dude. That's the whole point. When Mike's behind this desk doing the show, he does it his way. And in this case, since Mike's not available to do the show tonight, I'm like, fuck it. We're going live talking about this. We're not going to do any eclipses, just off the cuff with Hannity and Combs over there in Steve and Wilco show. Steve,
All right,
you're woke
listen,
as fuck,
motherfucker.
dude, according to Magic Sufi. The landlord says you're woke as fuck.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Exactly. I love it.
There we go.
Oh shit. There's
Sorry.
going to be a 92
I am going to
minute.
push the magic button on the phone. The do not disturb is off. So we can now
Landlord.
take calls. And
Do not
I know the
call.
landlord wants to get through, so call now, call now. The number's right there on the screen.
No.
805-669-6397. 805 Mox News.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Nobody call.
Steve,
Why?
you need to go get a beer right now. I'm working on my beard so I can kind of look like Mox here with the only mine isn't gray yet. Although this is not a commercial for Just for Men, but it did kind of bring back the brown in my beard, so that's kind of cool.
It kind of bring back brown in my beard.
Oh, look at that.
Kinda cool.
Okay, so I'm going to drop this in, and we have, all the way from Southern California, the landlord. What's up? Okay, now you won't be able to hear Steve and Wilco because I've got them on Skype. So I will try to reiterate if there's any rebuttal. What do you think about this whole thing, man? The floor is yours, brother.
I think Steve looks old, man. I thought he had blonde hair and not that brown hair and the glasses and the lipstick up there. Oh, is that Wilco with the black mask on?
Oh, you meant at the hearing, right? Yeah.
So, what do I think?
I wish I was that hot.
You guys are talking about
Oh, my
Catholics,
God.
and you should
That
be
was a
saying
witch.
born-again Christians. All those anti-abortionist activists are born-again Christians. They're not Catholic.
Okay, hey, real quick, Steve and Wilco, give me a quick sound check. I'm going to try bringing you guys up on, I'm going to turn Skype down, and I'm going to see if I can have you come through the desktop speakers.
Diane Feinstein is a witch.
Okay. Can you hear Wilco okay there, landlord?
Yeah, I heard somebody.
Wilco, bring it again.
Diane Feinstein is a witch.
Okay, cool. I found a way to do this. Fucking technical wizard. What can I say? Thank you, fellas. We're lucky to have me.
Yeah.
Craig is the man.
Thank
I'm
you.
still thinking aloud sometimes, Dan Doppelcooper. And what's his name?
Playground of Sound. Shout out to POS. Right?
POS.
Oh, Verified News is in the chat tonight, too. I haven't seen you in a while either. What's up? Glad you're here. Tune in, turn on, tell your friends, man. Go share this damn video out. We should be getting more than 20 viewers right now. This is big shit. Who else is talking about this live, goddammit? Right? Just because Michael ain't here.
I'm sharing right now to Facebook, Twitter, and the Underground Network.
Yeah, I know the rest of you fuckers can share this out too. So bring some goddamn viewers to the stream, all right? I mean, I'm not that I'm sick of you guys because I love our regulars, man. It's fun to have you guys here, you know. But let's fucking boost the shit out of this, and then Mike's gonna get back and go, "Holy fuck! How many people did you have while I was gone?" So it's gonna be crazy.
Well, you know what, man?
Huh.
As far as this Supreme Court nominee.
Whoa! Time out! Look at this fucking picture. What in the fuck is this, dude? Is this a family reunion? Did you see that on the background? All those people in the background. Do you want to put her family up and show?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what is that? Is that so they don't feel lonely?
I was better seeing Squee, man, and talking about fucking beer bongs in college.
And does anybody else feel like punching Klobuchar in the nose?
Klobuchar? I don't know.
Yeah, she makes me feel like her. I mean, she's just a
Feinstein.
cop, right?
Feinstein just looks like my grandma, dude.
Dude, I'm sorry. That was a terrible thing to say about your grandmother.
Hold on. No, I swear to God, dude. My dad's mother looked just like that. Same fucking haircut. Even the same turkey neck.
Like, but haircuts like that died 20 years ago, right? Your grandmother's no longer with us, probably.
Right? She'd be like 106. That's what I'm saying, man.
Right. Like what's up with this woman?
I don't know.
Like,
this is why they all wear scarves around their necks.
I mean, did you make a deal with the devil? You know, did you play a song at the crossroads? Why are you still here?
Yeah.
And you're gonna choose. You have something to say about a Supreme Court justice? My God, these people are they lizards or what's going on here? Because they just don't look like you and me, man.
Now, I wasn't around today to watch this. I had to work, but I listened to some of the talking points, and this woman's like, well, I think that I would rule on a case based on if I was ruling against one of my children and how the outcome would be for them. Are you fucking serious? You do that? So that means you're not going to rule with the law. You're going to, I don't know, maybe I'm getting off. It sounded like she made it talk as if she's saying that she's going to rule in such a way that, well, that, you know, how the outcome would affect her children. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe it's more, I don't know. Maybe it's more geared toward, go ahead.
Well, like Donald Trump's already proven he doesn't really care about the rule of law when it comes to due process.
Hold on, Wilco.
So what's this bill?
Just a sec. Wilco, let landlord go, and then I'll get you on yours. Go ahead. What were you saying? Every politician, landlord, go ahead.
Every politician that is in favor of getting rid of Roe versus Wade has had an abortion for their mistress, has paid for an abortion for their own fucking mistress. They're all hypocrites. It's the most divisive issue in American politics, more divisive than any other one. And it took 40, 50 years for Roe versus Wade to become law of the land. And it's very much possible for it to be reversed if this woman gets elected or acknowledged.
What's she's magic?
Yeah, how would she do that? I mean, where would it start?
What she's all about, man. She's all anti-abortion, and it's right now. It's a three. What you got? 9 judges. It's 4-4 right now.
But a justice can't bring something to the SCOTUS. They have to go through. It has to be brought by some litigation that would find a way to start, like in a lower court, right? I mean, I don't know.
Right. And you got 1 billion people that are going to do that right away as soon as she gets her seat on the Supreme Court. Because they'll know it's 5-4, and you can get rid of R.V. Wade now. So that's just the way it is. These born-again Christians been pushing this shit and blowing up abortion clinics for 40 fucking years now. So now they have a legal way to get rid of Roe versus Wade, and it's entirely possible. But the actual law and the science gets much more specific than that, because the absolute fucking issue is, when does life begin? That's what the real issue is. And since no one can answer that question, it's all fucking politics. And that's why I stay away from the abortion issue, because people are bringing Jesus into it, people are bringing reincarnation into it, people are bringing pedophilia into it, people are bringing the Holocaust of aborted fetuses into it, and the Pope says this, and fucking the preacher says that, and then all the women say, fuck you, it's our body. It's too divisive of an issue. But if you just look in this woman's eyes, this honorable, what's her fucking face with 7 kids, look in her eyes. She's an absolute psychological zealot. She's a zealot. And I'm not even saying that I'm in favor of abortion, because I'm smart enough and educated enough to tell you that life probably begins at about 7 or 8 weeks. But nobody else is going to say that. They're all going to fucking say, it's a sin against God. There's genocide of aborted fetuses. They're in your vaccines. They're in your Pepsi. They're in your spaghetti sauce. It's aborted fetuses. Satan's planet. Oh, Jesus, serve us. But you really got to educate yourself on what happens when people do back alley abortions.
True.
A lot of fucked up shit happens. So I stay away from it.
So
that's my 2 cents right there.
That's like a scare tactic.
Scare tactic? Yeah, we'll elaborate on that.
Going to be. I just don't see the entire court flipping on this one woman and reversing something so divisive. At the very, very most that they could do is pull states' rights, and I suppose that would lead to an exodus of people, that are desperate to have an abortion, because I think that's everybody's right to kill their kid, right?
It is tough.
Really
it's a really tough.
But like, so everybody's going to leave Mississippi and Utah and great. They're going to come to California and New York, just what California and New York needs. I think this is a big show. This is just, I'm not sure what the show's about, but I just don't see them. And then maybe it could be something about further legislation to say that maybe you shouldn't be aborting children after they're born. I don't know how that works, but New York had some legislation on that.
Realize
so, I mean, here's the reality. I mean, because they want to talk about that we need to have legal abortions because women are getting raped and molested, and in cases like that, I don't think that there'd be. I don't think most people are too hardcore on that, but. I mean, why don't we talk about like not having unprotected sex and then going and having an abortion as the way out of this? I mean when Roe versus Wade was around, did we have the same?
We did have
the shot that would make it so that you can't get pregnant for like years. I mean, could you go to any store? I mean, you couldn't go get the morning after pill. I mean, when I was a kid, to buy condoms, it was usually in a gas station bathroom. So things have really changed. Why don't we say Black Lives Matter and stop killing black lives at the local abortion clinic?
We didn't used to have hard liquor commercials on TV
either. Why don't we talk
either.
about education here instead of fighting about politics over something that's probably not going to happen?
Mike SoCal, you had another point real quick. You started to say what were you going to say?
Well, I'm saying that we don't know how to talk about sex. I mean, we're so ashamed of our bodies. We'll watch the porno movies and we'll read Playboy magazine, but and now you got crazy people teaching kids about sex at 7 years old or 6 years old.
Yeah,
it's like there's no common sense involved in talking about sex. The only time they talk about it is when a senator or a movie star has an affair or they get caught sucking dick in a bathroom.
No, you're right. I laugh, but you're right. It's true.
So, I mean, the truth is, if men had babies, then men would be able to say, my body, my choice. But women are the ones who have babies, and they're the ones who are saying, my body, my choice. Now, right now, it's illegal to have an abortion in some states past the end of the second trimester. That's 24 months.
I kind of understand that. I can personally understand that. It seems a little weird to take what's a fully formed human being inside the uterus and say, okay, if that baby came out now premature, we have the ability to help it stay alive. Go ahead, though. Right. Finish your point.
Right. So I think, past the 8 or 9 week period, it would be okay to make it questionable to have an abortion legally. But above that, why doesn't the government give free snip, snip, tuck, tuck, stitch, stitch to all the men who want it? You'd solve that fucking problem because most men don't want to have babies and the operation is completely reversible anyway. So free, give them a free operation, completely reversible, can't get a girl pregnant, and you can reverse it if you want, and give them $1,000. You solve the fucking problem right there. Except for the guys that don't want to go have a little snip, snip. I'm going to sew your tubes together so you can't get girls pregnant anymore, you dumb guys. Because guys are literally half responsible for it, but they don't have the babies. So it's right for the women to say my body, my choice. I can abort the baby if I want. But I'm personally, I think
Bob.
past the 8 or 9 week point is when the spirit comes into the human fetus, right there, 8 or 9 weeks. Then the Hindus agree with me.
Okay.
So you got to abort it before the spirit comes into it.
That's what it's about, yeah.
Deep shit.
Words of wisdom from Beer McClanahan over there. Hey, Steve, have you ever had an abortion? Steve.
I tell you what, how many people know a girl that's had an abortion?
I know.
And have you ever asked her how she felt about it?
No girls that I've ever been with have had to have abortions because I got snipped a long time ago, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Yeah, well,
Right. My first wife had an abortion before I was with her, and she's still haunted by that.
Yeah,
She has
I
nightmares.
know some girls from high school that had to also, and it fucked them up pretty bad. But they did it, and
Right.
their
So maybe
lives are.
that should be like something that, because that's not talked about when we talk about our right to kill babies. And I'm not, and again, I take the Chris Rock, stance with this. I don't have a uterus, so I don't have a whole lot to say on the matter. So I try not to say too much about it. But it's not just a matter of waving a magic wand and a blob of cells is flushed down the toilet. It's just not like that. I have a degree in biology, and anybody that wants to, you can go look and see what the fetus looks like at whatever week, and then you decide whether whether those eyes and the arms and the legs and the mouth and the nose and the ears, whether or not that's a baby or not. Regardless of whatever the Old Testament might say. Someone mentioned that the Old Testament decides when a baby is a baby. I mean, that's some serious science there. That's all I got to say. And it's also coming from somebody who's clearly not anyone who pays any attention or cares about the Old, New, Future Testament.
Well, Wilco, here's an interesting thought. You mentioned the Old Testament. Mike says that the reason that he wears his beard the way he does is because the Old Testament says you're not supposed to change your appearance in any way. And he says, that's the way God made me. And that's his excuse to anybody that says, why don't you shave your beard off? So, that's a big...
I'm for that. But what I say is that prepubescent boys don't have beards.
True.
So now we've let women convince men that they should shave themselves so that they look like prepubescent boys.
So shave your face with some mace in the dark.
We got a problem with kid fuckers. So
Right.
we got girls that are shaving their stuff to make them look prepubescent, and we tell boys, make yourself look like you're 12. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Men have beards.
It's taken me till I'm 50 to grow one, though, so I could never grow a mustache or shit before the last couple years of my life.
I still don't have much of a mustache, and when I had a beard when I was younger, I looked Amish because I can't really grow much of a mustache.
You didn't have the chin beard.
That doesn't necessarily mean, yeah, right. That's who you are, and I get vanity, and I get there's certain reasons to have a shaved face that are legitimate, but just because the women tell us to, I think is a terrible reason. Hello? So,
You're on there. What do you got there, Steve?
Hello?
Steve,
Where's the landlord?
his
Landlord's
face
here.
off yesterday.
Did you fall asleep?
You're talking to me?
Whoa.
Fuck.
He's trying.
Yeah,
All right, we'll tell landlord we gotta go because we gotta get other callers in.
Hey, if another
Unless he's
call
got
wanted to call
something.
through, the call waiting line would let us know. There is no call screener tonight because that's me. So,
Well, I'm screening too.
Okay.
Landlord. What the fuck? Just tell landlord what the fuck are you doing currently?
let's buy Steve a beer airmail, right?
Currently, Steve, I am in Istanbul, and I'm negotiating with the Kurds
Yeah, dude.
and,
What about that
and the
shit?
Minoans to work out a treaty between the Minoans and the Kurds to stop attacking Azerbaijan.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna fucking nominate you for a goddamn Nobel Peace Prize.
At least an ambassadorship. Hey, we got a new call. I'm going to let you go, landlord. I'm going to bring this new guy in, man. All right?
Take care.
Talk to you then.
Go back.
We are going live. It is Mox Live. Who we have on the line? We are live on Mox News. Who we got? Caller. Steve, you want to give it a try? See if you can coax him out?
Ladies and gentlemen, do I actually have to do this? Caller, you are live. Caller. Hello, caller.
Are you waiting for something to happen? Oh, he's gone. All right. It was worth a shot. Okay, I'm going to put you guys back up on the other side of things. I'm going to turn down volume and put you back normal, because when I do, we can hear you much better through the audio on the desktop. You both there? Whoop,
We're
I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I'm wondering why our country's still run by people that are, that are on the verge of death. Like this Patrick Lake guy, like he's almost dead.
Up. Seriously. Jesus
That's right.
fucking Christ. Caller, call back in, and if caller doesn't call back in, fucking,
I could call him back. I got his number.
great idea. Do it. We're
Should
doing
I do
it live.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it
Call
on the
the
air though.
son
I'm
of a
just
bitch
gonna.
back.
No, I don't want to do that. That's rude. Yeah, I don't. I'll let him call back in. Area code 330. Call us back, bro. I don't know who that was. I might have to look up, see who's in the 330. I know most of the callers, where most of our regulars call from. Let's see where that's at.
Well,
Area code 330.
Ohio. That was the
Akron,
place I
Canada.
just
Was that Daniel in Ohio? That was an Akron
No,
caller
that
from
was
Ohio.
the POS. That was the POS.
Was it POS in the
That
330?
was the POS.
Come on back, dude. What's
He's
up,
in
dude?
Ohio.
Mike's
And
not
he
here.
Came in and he said he was out of the chat, and then he come back in right after. And
POS.
said he had to get
You're
rid of the
busted,
caller.
dude. We called your shit out. You.
That was POS.
We know it was you, Akron, Ohio.
Although I think we're also missing Doppel Pooper.
Are those?
He's
I don't know if
in the
Doppel's
Ohio.
in the 30 or the 330.
What's that?
I don't know if he's in the 330. I should probably.
I think Doppel. I don't know either.
I should probably
think he's
pull
in
up the
Ohio.
Gmail and
he
find
missed
out.
over there causing fucking trouble.
Maybe it's Indiana.
Yeah.
Ohio or Indiana, one of them places where people aren't very free.
Let me bounce into.
Fucking literally got the landlord off the line. Shout out
No.
to POS.
Hey.
That was the POS.
Was that a stunt move to get the landlord off the line? Well, he can
Yeah.
call back then. You
I
guys are
believe
so
so.
fucking
That's
mean. Why are you
my
guys so mean to each
intuition.
other?
But landlord, you can call back in. We love you too.
And tell POS what you think.
Right? All right. Well, I got to bounce over to Gmail for a minute here because I need to see. Oh, for
POS
fuck's sake.
could never
I can't
call
do
you
it from
'cause
this
he's a little
computer. God
beta.
damn it.
He's a little beta fucking
well.
little biatch.
I keep
He
forgetting
wouldn't even
that
be able to
I
call
don't have as
in.
much control from this computer as.
He'd call and be like, I just really believe that, Biden Harris is like really the way to go. And I love rap music too at the same time. And I could spit like oh shit, I'm calling you out, POS. You want to fucking do rap battle right now currently? Because I tell you what, Wilco and Craig, they don't want none of this shit right now. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm going straight right
going ham.
now, motherfucker. It's going down.
So you need to press 1 to take this
I'm
call.
pressing 1 to take this call. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Well, I'm gonna switch these guys back over so we can hear them on the other side.
Woke as fuck.
He's back, guys. You called him out there, Steve.
Woke as fuck.
Whoa.
Steve.
Oh shit! The landlord wants the rap battle. Yeah, the landlord wants to do a rap battle currently that he can't even hear. That's how hardcore I
Here,
rap.
I'll do the beatbox in the Mox News coffee mug. No, that don't work. You won't get this cup because I just spit my COVID into it. Okay, why is
That sounded just like a gorilla.
Senator Leahy holding up a picture of a girl in a wheelchair?
Or maybe it's kind of cute, man.
Here, wait, I'm going to hold up some Mox News stickers then. Does anybody want some Mox News stickers? If we get a $5 super chat donation, I'll make sure to send you out 5 stickers, 5 of the Mox News commemorative business cards that have the logo on the back and that on the front.
Don't believe in.
Oh, hey, dude, I'm sending out to everybody. I'll hook you up. You guys send me your contact info.
Don't believe in.
Hello, this is my
Don't
crippled
believe him. He
granddaughter.
never sent them to me.
She had an abortion and now she's crippled for life. And they pasted a smile on her face, but she's crippled. This is what abortion does to you. It will cripple you for life.
Nah, dude. That's a Democrat. He's saying, look, her life was saved because she was going to die, and so he killed her baby, and now she's just in a wheelchair, and she's happy.
Hey, guys, I got a Mox News chin diaper. Should I wear my Mox News chin diaper for the rest of the show? I got too big of a face. This is for people with a little face. Oh, but I got something cool. If you guys can hold it down for a minute.
I'm still waiting for my giant Mox News soup bowl.
Oh, shit.
My giant soup bowl. Mox News soup bowl.
I haven't been able to find a place that makes soup bowls.
Giant soup
My
bowl.
stickers have been in the mail for
Not
6 months
a
now.
regular
Are you
soup
serious?
bowl.
You haven't gotten stickers? Come on. For real? I've mailed you
6
stickers,
months ago, he
dude.
said, I hope I put enough postage on it.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're shitting me. You really haven't gotten those yet?
I told you I'd put one on my Harley, dude, and it still didn't get me a
That's
sticker.
fucked up. I will get some on the way because I've already sent them to you unless somebody else in your trailer park grabbed them out of the mailbox. Because we know that Wilco lives in a
People are
fucking
afraid
trailer
of you.
park with the trailer park boys.
People don't fuck with me. They know,
All right.
They know not to fuck with me. I'm the crazy guy with the big
Wilco,
guns.
you'll be okay. You'll be okay. You can put these fucking stickers next to your poster.
Oh, look, it's Smokey Bear with Senator Leahy. How cute.
Yeah, I
Okay.
fucking bought a poster for crying out loud.
Hey, Steve McClanahan, can you believe these crusty, smelly old people that are 90 years old rule over us? Can you believe that, Steve? What's your opinion on that, Steve?
You guys hold down the show. I'll be right back. I got to go get something else to show you. Be right
No,
back.
Craig, don't go. I need you to interpret that for me.
Oh, my God.
I think that guy's older than the landlord, dude.
Senator Patrick
Smokey
Leahy
Bear.
is woke as fuck. Smokey the Bear is woke as fuck. Smokey raped my wife. Smokey raped my wife.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can prevent making abortions illegal.
I know Smokey the Bear.
It's all about
Smokey the
abortions.
Bear. I was friends with Smokey the Bear. You know Smokey the Bear.
They're not going to take people's abortions away from them. They love killing people, dude.
All right, I'm back. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you guys is because chin diapers are going to become a thing for so long, if you guys want some cool custom-made shit, some Mox merch, custom-made, we've got the Knowledge is Free chin diaper that looks pretty cool. It fits pretty good. It's got nice elastic straps for you fuckers with big ears. Okay, so there's that
Is it
one.
absorbent?
I haven't worn this one for too long yet. Just trying it out.
I mean, we don't want our chin diapers to leak.
Right. But it depends on how you wear it. So there is that. Now, the other cool one that I just made, and I'm making some adjustments to this because on the first print, the prototype.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
I got that one.
So check this one out. I'm going to show you guys this one. Hold on. I got to do it off camera first. You're going to like this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Guy Fawkes. Check it out.
That's
Right?
what I got.
See,
So I'm
unfortunately,
gonna
the
move
video
this
has
up.
a bit of a delay there.
I know. It'll come up.
And now you're wearing it correctly.
I walked in a store.
You gotta get it over the
no
chin.
mask on for the first time.
Right?
Some
You have
lady
to
named Bill,
fucking
they
get it
gave
over
you
the
mask.
chin. For sure.
Well, either way, this one, I moved the graphic up higher, so there's more of Guy Fawkes' chin showing, and this is actually up at the nose level. This one was just a prototype to see what happened. But if you guys want these are cheap. I'm not cheap. They're like $12. The ones you get online. These are double fabric. It's got 2 layers of fabric on the inside. These are washable, and these straps are, they stretch out pretty far. But we found a supplier through the TeePublic that'll do them for us. So if you guys want these, I can even add a Mox News logo onto it if you want. I didn't want to mess up the Guy Fawkes. I figured that'd be kick-ass. Because if you got to wear one of these, walking into the store with this on your face is kind of cool. It makes a statement without really saying anything. And it will help Mike. I think he makes like $1 off of these when you buy them. So it's something cool to have. I'm wearing mine into Costco and places like that. I wore it to the casino the other night. Pretty crazy. If we have to wear them, we may as well wear something cool. That's what I think. Something funny.
I'm just hoping that
I was really bad.
Let's have the redesigned one ready by the 5th of November.
Oh, the redesigned one's there now.
I broke the law. I didn't wear one. I broke the law. I should be punished.
You should be.
I'm a bad person. I'm endangering everyone's life because I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I'm a rebel. How about you guys? Have you guys done that yet? Have you done it yet? It feels good. It feels like you're a superhero with no mask on, and everyone else is in an invisible world of imagination and Illuminati, and you're the only one who's free. It's like I got my rubber underwear on. I'm not wearing a mask. Everybody. Fuck them all. Fuck Patrick Leahy. Fuck all the mask wearers. I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I did it, and now I'm free.
Well, that's good and all,
That's all it takes to be free. All I got to do is when I go into Stater Brothers, say, I'm not going to wear a fucking mask, and then I'm free. Kick ass. I didn't realize it was that easy. Can I carry my AR in with me since I'm free?
That you can carry your beer in.
Maybe I'm not that free, right? Maybe I just think I'm free because I'm not wearing a chin diaper. Or, I don't know. I don't really know. I'm just asking. Because I want to be free.
It feels great. It feels great to be the only one in the store with no mask on, and everyone else is like afraid to talk to you. Is this guy going to bite me? He's going to stab me with a fucking pencil in my neck? It's like, watch out, I got my pencil, motherfucker. Don't talk to me, motherfucker. Don't even say it. Don't say it. I start wagging my finger. Don't say it. They shut up and they look away. Don't say it.
If they're going to look at you, it's like everybody's going to look at you like you're dangerous. You might as well be fucking, might as well have your AR strapped to the front, right? How much different is it? Are you more afraid of people without a mask, or are you more afraid of guns that go off on their own and murder people?
I'm a killer.
I'm just asking.
Killer.
I don't know.
You talk to me about a mask, I'll shoot you in the dick.
Okay.
Dude, that's like Butters. Butters fucking shoots people in the dick, dude. And everybody says, dude, Butters, that's not cool. Don't be like Butters.
I'm a crack shot.
Don't shoot him in the dick. Shoot him in the face.
Hey, Craig, this is Steve McClanahan. I got breaking news.
Breaking news, Steve McClanahan, go.
Breaking news.
What do you got?
History Channel's got a new episode of fucking Bigfoot and monsters. Yeah,
that's so historic.
Oh my god.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great that they
freaking out right now.
Does anybody remember when the History Channel had history on it?
Hey, landlord, settle down, buddy. That's a pretty big bong hit. Are you okay?
I think he's woke as fuck, man.
I think that was Bigfoot on the line.
I'm going to put the Guy Fawkes mask in the chat if anybody wants to check it out.
Bigfoot. He could be a fucking Sam Squinch.
A Sam Squinch.
Does Bigfoot wear skinny jeans when Bigfoot's in Southern California? Like Encino Man. I think Bigfoot in Southern California is Encino Man, and he probably wears skinny jeans, right?
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Hey, look at that link in the chat. Everybody check that out.
Is that that's the one for the Guy Fawkes mask?
Wilco.
Send one up.
And you fixed this now, right?
I did.
Right?
It's up over your nose, correctly spaced. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, can I get
one of these? Add to cart.
And if you, dude, there's a discount code. I can get you a discount code that'll save even more on that. I gotta find it. Shit.
All right.
Before you order it,
I think that Wilco is currently a fucking built of Bigfoot wearing skinny jeans, and I'm not even fucking kidding you. This is a real legit. He's also a hippie. Hippie as fuck. Nobody's ever seen him. He's in.
That's because nobody goes to my channel, dude.
You can look it up on the internet. President Teddy Roosevelt saw Bigfoot.
This channel sucks, Wilco. You have no content on your channel. I have way more content on my channel than you do.
You don't even
My
have
channel
you
is
don't even
off the fucking hook. My channel's off the hook. Okay, so don't be talking about your channel, all your subscribers, and all your bullshit.
I would never talk about that. I don't have a channel really. Although
This
my channel's not a sock puppet.
Do you have a real legit Bigfoot sighting on your channel right now currently?
No. I do have video of driving through Oregon.
Yeah,
in a
you
fire.
do. It's you driving in a vehicle or some shit, or like you were out there.
he was out there in the middle of the fires, weren't you?
I really feel
Oh,
that
God.
Wilco
Is
a
someone
Bigfoot
urinating?
currently.
Is there someone actually urinating right now? I'm gonna have to turn that down. That's obscene.
I thought we talked about the mute button there, Steve.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
I'm trying to mute out the landlord. I think he's
That's Wilco. I'm not doing that.
he's
Me,
meditating.
man.
He got some meditation noise going there, trying to drown out the P sounds.
I've been sitting right here.
Right. On the toilet?
Yeah.
And then you stood up, right? You heard it here first, folks.
I haven't had enough. I'm 2 hours behind, so I haven't had enough beer to have to see everything.
Hold on. What do you got there, Mike?
Beer number 4, Steve McClanahan.
Beer number 4. That's about all the bladder can hold, huh?
I'm just wondering.
Shit, he's long past beer number 4, dude.
Oh, I'm on beer number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
But those are tall boy 24-ounce cans, which means he's on beer number 6.
Quit be acting like you know my life and shit, motherfucker.
If you guys had
You don't know
news,
shit.
you would be
You
talking
don't
about
know
it. Instead, you're talking about
shit.
Amy Klobuchar or whatever her fucking name is.
Be 40
Hold on, guys.
ounces and shit. I've been drinking 40 up here.
Emails. Donald Trump released the Clinton emails, and they're going through the Clinton emails, and there's big news.
Is it?
Benghazi, Iran, Osama bin Laden.
Oh, if that isn't a friggin' play on
SEAL Team 6. That's all what's going on, not the fucking Supreme Court. Fuck
Okay.
the Supreme
Well,
Court.
I can't. I'm not going to bring that to the table. I'm going to let Mike bring that when he comes back.
I'm looking at the chat currently. We got a guy over here. His name is Iowa Blackbird. He's on Wilco's level. He's thinking this new Supreme Court justice chick is a chick. They both are thinking, dang, she's good looking as fuck. Oh,
That's all us old guys there, Steve.
I know.
We all like the Catholic girls.
You guys are old AF. I mean, like,
Oh yeah,
you guys.
yeah. Put her in her Catholic schoolgirl costume. Dude, she's even hotter
Dude,
than
she's
that.
like
She'd have another
10 years old.
Dude, she's younger than
has
Ryan. She's younger than Craig.
Do we need to know her exact
Yeah,
birth date? I don't know it. I'll find out.
You date chicks
69,
her age
dude.
there, Steve.
Fucking
You
fuck.
date chicks her age. She's like 40, dude.
Let's see. How old is she? Good question. Hey, landlord, let me drop you off. I got a new caller coming through. We'll catch us in a bit. Call back in.
All right.
Hey,
Mox Live. You're on live. with Steve and Wilco.
Who's this?
This is Craig, the producer. You on live with Steve McClanahan and Wilco, our own Hannity and Combs.
Right now.
Who's this?
This is Joe from Pennsylvania.
Joe, what's up, brother?
Hey, that's Craig. How you doing, man?
I'm in the freaking hot seat here in the Tower of Power, filling in for Big Mikey while he's taking some downtime.
I see that. That's awesome, man. You know, it's good to see you on the screen too.
Yeah, we got Steve McClanahan and Wilco filling in as co-hosts as my regular Hannity and Combs because they are the opposite ends of the spectrum, though they do get along. Right. Fellas? Are we?
We get along, but I got to take. I'm not really the opposite.
Oh, fuck you, Wilco.
I just don't like Donald Trump.
Well, that's pretty much Hannity and Combs.
Right?
You don't like anything.
So it is a little bit of a shit show with all of us talking.
Even if I said that I didn't like Donald Trump, you'd fucking still find something that I did.
Hey, Matt. I mean, Steve. Hold on, Joe. Steve, let's let the caller. Remember etiquette. We discussed this in pre-show.
I'm gonna fucking drive over and.
We discussed this in show prep, fellas. Let's let Joe have a few minutes, and then you guys can rebut or agree. You can either argue with him or agree with him.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
You guys see what I have to deal with here? I'm
By
really
the
trying.
way, caller,
I'm trying.
Continue.
All right, yeah. So Joe, you have the floor. We'll be quiet. Tell us what you got to say.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of interesting.
Matt, I mean, fucking Steve, shut up. Shut the fuck up. That was not Wilco. Maybe it was Wilco. Sorry, Joe. Go.
No, that's all good, man. I just think it's interesting that people seem to think that it's unprecedented that a Supreme Court nominee will be nominated in a vacant seat. And, you know, it's not unusual for somebody to nominate a potential Supreme Court justice when the seat becomes vacant. So
right. Obama did it with 11 months left in his term, and they didn't let him go through with it.
I understand that, and I don't agree with that either. I'm just saying that this, politics aside, it's not unprecedented. And it just seems really weird that everyone's making a big issue out of this right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what normally happens whenever a Supreme Court seat becomes vacant. So, go ahead and blast off, fellas.
Who wants to go first on that?
They nominate him, and then everybody throws a big fit, and that's what happens every time. That's the way I see it. They nominate him, and then people throw a big fit, and we usually get somebody that I don't like. So, I mean, at least this one's, you know, cute enough to have lots of kids. But she scares me.
Really?
Honestly, she scares me.
Really? That's it?
I think
That is it?
I know Donald J. Trump didn't nominate her because she's going to make sure that that the Constitution is protected. I mean, at least I don't feel that. Maybe it is. If so, that's great. We couldn't have a better choice for a justice to the Supreme Court than someone that's going to serve on there for 30 years that wants to preserve the Constitution and the protections that it affords our rights and restricting government and stepping on our rights.
So Wilco, I'm only going to say one thing. Let's go. You said 30 years. I'm going to correct you, and I'm going to call it 40 years because she's 48. So my thought is if Joe Biden is still in his 70s, this woman can serve easily till she's 88 years old unless she dies first.
So yeah. So I mean, that's a long dang time, but her goal is to preserve the Constitution and the limitations that it puts on government. Then I say I'm all for it, but I don't think that that's what Donald Trump's about. So I doubt that that's what this justice is about. But I don't.
So there's some ulterior motive. What do you think his motives are?
If I may,
Joe, go Joe. Go for Joe. Yep.
I would just say that, you know, there's nothing in her resume that would suggest that she would do anything other than appropriately interpret the law according to the Constitution. Nothing I've seen would go against that at all. So, if you can point one out, any one specific thing that she's done in the past that would make you think that she would deviate from the Constitution, I'd love to hear it. Because this woman seems like
I can't
totally
point
clean.
anything out.
I'm going to point something
I'm
out that I just saw
ignorant
in the chat. Iowa Blackbird just brought up a good point. She thinks the death penalty is okay, but is opposed to abortion rights. He says she sucks. So what do you guys think about that? Joe, you go first. You have the floor.
Well, I haven't seen anything that in her record that would suggest she'd do that.
Might have to look it up
If
and
Iowa
find out. I don't know
Blackbird-
either.
if
I'm just pointing
Yeah,
that
if
out.
Iowa Blackbird would bring something up, I'd be more than happy to address it. But I haven't seen anything that she's done as far as the record is concerned that would suggest she'd do anything like that.
Hey, Joe, he's too busy slandering me, so
Yeah,
he's
well-
on a roll. Let him keep going, because he's got nothing fucking better to do than slander me and put words in my fucking mouth.
All about
You
I'm
haven't
Joe.
disparaged your character at all.
No, not you, Joe. Joe,
to be a cunt.
Okay.
Joe, not you. He's saying Iowa Blackbird is slandering him in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, we all have our own...
Yeah, not you, Joe.
This is why we all come together in this forum, because as much as everybody, pisses Mike off with what they have to say, because let's face it, I don't try and get involved in Mike's opinions. Even Steve McClanahan goes, "Oh, you're as left liberal leaning as they come." I'm like, dude, bullshit. I'm a capitalist, okay? And you know how I can prove it? Because you know what I care most about? I'm going to show you guys this just because this is my arrogance. I'm sorry. I have to do this. Bear with me just a minute. If I wasn't a capitalist... If I wasn't a capitalist... Can you guys read that? You see that? That's my fucking credit score, fellas. On the screen right now. Yes, Craig has an 815 and an 818 credit score. If I was not a fucking capitalist, do you think I'd have that high of a credit score? How does a 51-year-old middle-income guy... I don't even make $80,000 a year, but my companies that I run gross over $300,000, and between myself and my business partner, we do quite well. Someone asked me the other day about my why I enjoy being an independent IT person the most. I said every day when I look at my bank account and my credit score, and that's because I'm a fucking capitalist to the core. I'm not a Donald J. Trump kind of capitalist. I don't fucking cheat people. I pay people handsomely for the work that they do to help me build my company, but I have no dog in this fight. I'm as middle of the road as they come. And my thought is, Joe, you brought up a good point. Maybe this is a DJT ploy to drain the swamp, and he figures this chick is as center as they come, and maybe she's just going to fire at both sides, but because it's a Republican GOP majority, and we have a Republican president who says he's a Republican, but for years and years and years, hold on, let me finish a thought, Steve, then I'll shut up. If you've got a Republican president who was for years a sworn Democrat, now he's draining the swamp, and now he's putting in a female justice who, Joe, as you say, rules as fairly as possible. Is that a drain the swamp move? Or is there an ulterior motive there? That's what I don't understand, and time will tell, in my opinion.
I'll give it up to whoever wants to answer that.
Yeah, okay, Steve, you were trying to write over me. What do you think? Don't make me get out the bell. Steve, are you even there?
I forgot.
Oh, my God. Okay, time's up for Steve. You should have paid more attention in the 6th grade, dude.
Well, I'll tell you what, Craig. I'm of the same mindset you are. A lot of people seem to think that I'm this ultra-Trump conservative. I'm generally really just a middle-of-the-road liberal. For the most part, I really am a liberal. A lot of people think I'm this sort of Trump-tard, Trump fanatic. I'm not. I just look at everything the way it's been playing out for the last 4 years, and I see a lot of people going nuts.
Yeah.
And really going crazy over the whole the Trump election, and they still haven't gotten over it yet. And that's one of the things that really freaks me out. Is not even like friends and family. I see people who I've always seen to be somewhat rational completely lose their fucking minds over this 2016 election. And I'm telling you, man, I think they're going to lose their minds again because the optics aren't in their favor. No matter how much they're looking at the polling and all this, dude, it's going to let them down, man. I really think that these people are living in an echo chamber, and it's going to be a serious fall on their part.
Could be.
I agree with Joe from Pennsylvania pretty much 100%. So.
Well, there you heard it here first. We actually come to an agreement on something. But Steve, you got nothing really? No rebuttal?
I wasn't listening.
Go pull another beer out of the fridge for me, okay?
All right.
Well, shit, Joe, like I said, I know you and Michael tend to, tussle it up pretty hard. And there's another guy who calls from, I think isn't there a Joe? Is it Joe from Arizona too? There's another guy in Arizona that tussle up pretty hard. I think he mixes you guys up sometimes, but I don't, again, I know there is a bit of a difference, but somehow I think you sound a little bit the same too, but it's hard to say. I mean, I know when it's calling through, and I usually try and give him a bit of a heads up, but I don't, when I'm producing and I'm screening calls, I push calls to his phone. I don't tell him who's coming up next. So he literally picks up, unless he recognizes your number coming up on his caller ID when I transfer the call up to him, he doesn't know who it is. And I don't think he pays attention a lot of times, unless it's...
I got something here.
Oh, breaking news. Steve McClanahan. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Steve McClanahan. And
time's up. Thanks for the bell, Iowa Blackbird. I appreciate it. It helps. He sent in the bell. You guys want to see the bell? Oh, literally, this is the bell. Right there. Just like a desk hop. So it's like kind of like the easy button from that one TV commercial, but we have a bellhop bell. So, do you have anything for us, Steve? Because if not, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna argue with Wilco here soon. And caller, thanks for calling in.
You can stay on if you want, Joe. I'm not hanging up on you.
Another caller.
We might. I'm not gonna stay on super long. If people aren't gonna call in, there's no clips tonight. I literally just wanted to bring the show up to talk a little bit about this. I'm going to let Mike go back into the regular news cycle. If there's some release of the Benghazi information and Hillary through Trump, I'm not privy with it because I don't follow the news like he does. All I know is I felt that even though Mike's not here tonight, it was necessary to light up this big beacon of sound and tower of power that we have here at Mox News and let you guys that want to talk and chat. Because I know we were off Thursday and Friday, and I know Mike said he was going to be here. Thursday, there was just nothing in the news cycle. Friday's a totally different story, and then we're back Monday, and I'm like, yep, I got to jump in the driver's seat. I think you'll be back tomorrow night. I can't say for sure. I got a new caller, Joe, so let me grab this one. Take care, brother. We'll talk to you soon. All right, switching over.
Talk to you later.
Cheers, Joe.
We are on Mox News Live with Steve McClanahan and Wilco Show. What's going on, caller? Who we talking to?
Jay from Texas.
Jay from Texas. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. What do you got for us tonight?
I wanted to talk about the Amy Barrett thing and the.
That's why we're here. You got the floor, brother. Go.
Okay. Well, you know how the focus on the abortion with her?
So far, they've been focusing on abortion pretty heavily, yes.
Which, it doesn't really make any sense, because that's like a non-issue when you look at the people. Because most of the people who want abortions are people who think that their kids are being irresponsible. And it's very affluent people. And
no, it's not.
Are you saying, when you say they're kids, are you saying that the parents of underage, of minors, where like you get a girl that's underage that needs an abortion?
Well, say like you have a very affluent family.
Sure.
And their kid is attracted to somebody who's not so affluent.
Okay.
And then they have a kid. Well, the affluent family will give a what is that? What, an ultimatum?
Ultimatum, sure, I follow you. Yeah, they tell the daughter, look, you're going to do this or else we're disowning you and you're going to be cut out of the family will. Something like that, right? Family estate. I hear you.
Exactly. That's why abortion is a non-issue, because it's not going away because of families like that on both sides.
So families like that. Jay, I'm sorry, your first name again? I missed it. My bad.
Jay.
Jay, so can I ask you how old you are?
I'm 30.
Okay.
And I have 2 mixed kids.
Gotcha. So you're kind of middle of the road. I'm 51. We got a mix. We got Steve McClanahan. What are you, Steve? You're like 35, right? Steve? Are you there? McClanahan, go. Did we lose him?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the caller in Texas is 30, and did you hear he was saying that his concern about abortion is that an upwardly affluent family of a female, maybe she gets tussled up with a bad boy, gets pregnant, and he says abortion's not going away because the upwardly affluent family has enough pull to want to keep abortion legal, so their daughter could be influenced to have an abortion to keep her status, if you will, and not get mixed up and mess her life up with a guy from the wrong side of the tracks. What do you think about that?
Well, caller, I think that she's found her business. You just go out there and you just do what you do, girl. You can go in there, you get abortion after abortion after abortion, and you can even play motherfucking dudes for this. You can even just go in and just be like, hey, motherfucker, I'm pregnant. I need $500 motherfucking dollars and shit.
Now, see, you're thinking that's a girl from the wrong side of the tracks.
That's the girl from the wrong side.
I mean, just more abortions. We need more abortions.
He's talking about the rich girl that doesn't matter.
I'm telling you, so G-ass, gangsta-ass motherfuckers can be busting nuts all up in bitches shit, not giving a fuck about life and shit, and you know what, they is pro-choice all motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, let all these bitches be fucking all these motherfucking street ass motherfuckers, and even if they ain't even street, maybe they ain't street, but they wish they was street, and they a bunch of bitches and all this shit, and they bust a nut, and they motherfucking bitch, and then all of a sudden there's a baby and shit, and then why the fuck did we have to do anything with that? We didn't do none of that shit. Fucking all abortions all day. We need abortions at gas stations. We need abortions at Quick Trip. We need abortions at KFC. We need abortions. I mean, you can do an abortion. You can put this shit straight up into a motherfucking batter. Get it all crispy and shit.
Why don't we DoorDash abortions?
I'm telling you, DoorDash abortions because of COVID. I'm telling you. Now we're talking.
Train wreck,
now
dude.
We're talking. Now we're talking. I mean, creating fucking. You were stuck at your home.
Hold on, I hear it coming.
Train
wreck.
And DoorDash showing up with a fucking abortion. Wow, fucking amazing.
We got a train wreck coming. Hold on. Here comes the train wreck.
Caller,
Train wreck. Train wreck.
Fucking KFC motherfucking abortion clinic. Or just work for DoorDash and fucking wear protection and
hold on, Steve, hold up. Steve, Steve.
Children.
Let the caller speak. It's his turn to rebut. Go ahead, caller.
What I'm trying to tell you is I'm pro-life. But what I'm trying to tell you is that these people, remember, because you know how Trump, you know how people in the media always gets on Trump about talking about genes and everything. The people who are affluent, they believe genes control everything, and genes are not about race. It's about, they believe that you are born smart, and if you're stupid and if you're poor, you weren't born with the good genes to get that stuff. And the abortions, they are killing more mixed kids. Because what they try to tell you is, because I remember, because they tried to tell my girl to get an abortion 2 times, but we were married. So you have to talk to you can't just get into her mind, because since you're married legally, she has to talk to you. And if it was a black, if it was the same race, they wouldn't care.
Craig, this is Steve McClanahan. What is the caller talking about? I don't really know what he's talking about.
You don't get what he's talking about the difference between race and effluence?
He's talking about eugenics.
Yes, talking about eugenics, talking about how the abortion issue is all about trying to sterilize people who they deem are not worthy of life based on their class or their intellect. That's why.
If Black Lives Matter,
listen here. I swear to God, I swear to God, literally, Steve McClanahan had to have been totally born, probably out of wedlock or something like that. I don't really know, but obviously.
We got over it, Steve. It's okay. We got over it.
Steve McClanahan was never aborted, obviously.
Maybe, should he have been?
Was obviously supposed to be here on the face of the earth.
Right.
And what Steve McClanahan is not going to do is fucking sit here and, tell children that used to live in their mother's stomach whether or not they should have lived or not. But I tell you what.
Hey, Steve, the proper term is either womb or uterus. If she lived in the stomach, that's a butt baby, dude. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to keep it on a serious level.
Have you ever seen a pregnant woman? These women, I swear to God, if you've seen a pregnant woman, there is a giant fucking human in that little place on them. And it's really ridiculous. I'm like...
But you're missing the point. The caller's point
is like the fifth fucking element. I swear to God.
The caller's point was, if I can reiterate, he said...
You remember that blue bitch?
Steve.
Or did I say that wrong? The blue lady.
Sorry,
she
caller.
was blue alien chick lady. She had all these fucking stones trapped in her stomach and
it
stuff.
Is.
Why the fuck did that happen?
Steve tries to be a little sarcastic about things. That's why he's our bumbling field reporter. Wilco is actually...
I'm pro-life, and I
know.
And I understand, but I'm trying to tell you, they're trying to use the pro-life.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're trying to use them to get on the side of eugenics, which is so horrible. It's so horrible because imagine seeing this in cities. Imagine seeing this imagine seeing Welcome to a Perfect Gene Town.
Oh yeah, like the Stepford Wives, like the TV or the movie about the Stepford Wives, where everything was perfect.
Yes, because see, I'm a 5'3" male. Okay. I'm pretty short. That is not socially. What is that word? Socially.
What?
When
desirable.
Desirable.
Yeah, socially desirable.
Okay.
So if I was born when the height of eugenics was around, I would be sterilized in an institution. People would be sterilized based on how they looked.
Well, that makes sense a lot because if you look at the fictitious show that they did on Amazon, the Amazon Video, The Man in the High Castle, where the Germans took over 3/4 of the United States and the Japanese took over the other western side. And the Germans were taking anyone who was undesirable that had either a defect or a sickness, and they were basically sending them to a camp where they weren't part of society.
Yeah, it's trying to, and because the eugenics look at us as animals, and human beings are not animals, and you know why we're not animals, right?
because we have ability of logic and reasoning, right?
Well, not only
Cognition.
that too.
Cognition.
Not only that too. Remember, the monkey has been using the stick for millennia.
Okay.
Right? And using the rock as a hammer, right? But we've evolved. We can see a tool and then we improve on it. We don't use a hammer with stones anymore. We mine metal and we refine it and make it.
And we have fire.
Yes. We're able to improve on our ideas that were not once here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't pull our women across the ground by their hair anymore.
But you see,
Really?
like every person...
Seriously? You not do that? I mean,
Only with a safe word. The safe word is yellow. Sorry.
I thought it was meatloaf.
Anyway. No, I follow you, bro. I do. Wilco, what do you think, man? Do you think the caller's on par being pro-life and talking? I mean, I'm not as involved in the whole concept of eugenics as you guys are. I haven't studied it. I'm a Luddite in that perspective. My understanding of the technical ramifications are zero on why that would be a problem, but maybe I'm just too liberal.
I think the caller might be onto something when he says that they're just messing with people, that they're just using the threat that they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade to trick people and to get them all upset, because they really the Crow mentioned that it's not about eugenics because rich people have abortions too, but when the rich little girl gets pregnant by the undesirable, it's eugenics. And if the rich little girl got pregnant by the desirable, there's probably fewer abortions. And the other thing that I would add is that when the caller called originally, he said this is about rich people, and maybe I didn't understand him, but Planned Parenthoods are not next to the Williams and Sonoma, stores.
Right.
They're next to the liquor store in the hood.
And they can probably call the doctor over to their home and pay through the nose for a private abortion that would never go on the books.
Exactly. Planned Parenthoods are put in the ghetto.
You guys
it's on purpose.
Hold on, Wilco. You guys, gentlemen, let the caller speak. Go ahead.
I can tell you, because I said why they have them in the ghetto, because I have mixed kids, and it's from their mom is black, and they have them in the ghetto specifically to stop those mixed integrations.
Right, and to distribute birth control from Planned Parenthood to the mixed integrations, as you're talking about as well.
That's not why Planned Parenthood is not there to give out condoms.
Well,
for women's health.
That's the first step, but you're right.
Did you just rap, Craig?
No.
Something like that. Because it's like a fucking rap.
Oh, God. Steve, there's a time for comedy and there's a time for being serious. Sometimes you have no filter. We're trying to have a serious discussion here. Try to keep up, brother. I'm trying not to put you in check. I don't want to wreck you in front of the audience, but please try to keep up.
I mean, I'm working on my rap game and shit, you know what I'm saying?
There's a mute button on your phone.
You know, my side projects be like rapping.
Have a little
shit,
respect for the caller. You're going to make them hate you, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry, caller. You know what I'm saying? You know, spit your shit, caller.
I'm just here, trying to moderate this thing. Kind of like Lynch. I'm here so I won't get fined.
It's okay. I just want to get the information across because I don't
absolutely
know, because
get it.
Like they try to put us against each other when the lower classes have a lot more in common with each other than they do with anybody at the top of their class.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question, and this is just, again, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, and I don't care which side of the political spectrum you follow or favor, because it's not an issue, but have you ever taken the time to put what you just expressed on this show into any sort of written form and let your elected officials know that that's how you feel and said they should look into this? Or have you just said, fuck it, it's not a big deal? Steve, I didn't ask you. Sideline it. I want to see what the caller says.
Well, I haven't I'm in the, I haven't written anything.
You're at the prime age to get involved, man. 30 is, that's where your energy level is high. You're peaking right now. And if you got something to say to change what you think is important, you need to speak out about it. If it's, who knows, your elected officials, some people are afraid to contact those people, but you got a good point.
Like, I live in a pretty small town where, I mean, a lot of people know each other.
Sure.
And I just, like I said, be the change that you want to see in the world. And I've always, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, as my actions in like, so I come from a very conservative family.
Okay.
And I joined the military in 2006, but I'm
good for you, bro. I was in the Air Force for 4 years back in the 90s, man. What branch?
I was in the Army.
Excellent.
I was in IC Whiskey. But I joined in 2006, and I'm bi. And I,
Well,
like,
thank you for your service, and you don't need to thank me for mine. But you're in the thick of it, bro. What I did was a much different time, and I was in a very peaceful time between the Gulf Wars. But you were but you're doing now. Anybody in the military now is serving in a really hot period of life where you've got a lot more risk in your job than what I had when I was active duty. But I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Can
not
I get in here?
Hold on, Steve.
Can I get it?
Steve, let him finish his thought.
I'm not a very good speaking person, but my actions try to provide what I'm trying to show. And in my family, like, we'd always be taught that. Like my father would tell me, you have to get with a woman who's college educated, and you
yeah,
have to be.
I heard that too when I was growing up.
You have to be responsible, and I remember my grandma, rest in peace. I remember when I was a little kid, and I would be like, I want to date a black girl. She would get pissed.
There's a man for you to write to on the screen right now, Senator Ted Cruz from Texas. You need to put your opinions straight to that man. Ted Cruz, he's up there. Keep going, though. It just kind of correlated that we have a caller from Texas, and there's Ted Cruz talking.
But, yeah, like, my grandma would get pissed off, and she would be like, I don't want to hear you say that. And she's like, because the kids in a mixed relationship always suffer. And I wanted to prove, like, not prove in the sense of like that, because I do, I'm very different when it comes to the image, very different in my family. And it just, like, I've seen both sides of the coin. Like, I grew up on both sides of the coin. And it's very scary because, like, these issues are very complex. Like it's like the caller said, like one of the guys said, why do they have them in the ghetto? Thinking that like, there's a lot of poor white people too. You know what I mean? We live amongst each other and we have relationships. And society doesn't like those relationships. The people in control don't like those type of relationships. And that's been going on since the end of the Civil War. I mean, there's a reason why they had to put laws to restrict white people from marrying black people. Because it wasn't the black people that they already knew. They had a problem with the white people because there are not a lot of rich white people. And they're trying to pit us against each other on race. And it's crazy because these narratives are going out without, like, the history is a lot more complex. Because I mean, if you just take the time to think, why would you have to write a law about something if everybody knew not to do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it goes back to something you just said, that there's not a lot of white people that are rich. That's true, and that means that the American dream is a sham. Right?
Yeah, just like, yeah, but the American dream is just the happiness. It's just the happiness that I could go and be with whoever I want.
True.
Because in Europe, remember, you have to get permission from a lord, a duke, a king, a governor, right, somebody, in order for you to do something. Here, you could do what you want to do.
Right.
And that's why the whole, like, abortion thing and everything, it's not really a real issue, because these people who have money they have kids, and we all know kids make dumb choices. And whether it's a boy or a girl, the boy is going to probably like somebody who's a lower class, and he's going to be told, if you do this, you are going to be disowned. Even remember, I don't know if the story's true or not, but if one of Trump's sons wanted to join the military, or I don't know if it was Trump himself, and they told him, if you join the military, we're going to disown you. And I don't know how that feels. And I'm not in an affluent family, but that must be so crushing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't know how you can do that to somebody just because, like, I mean, they could steal from you, that family member, and they would be okay with it. But if they love something out of the idea of what their family's thinking, it's worse than, it baffles me.
Well,
really
that's a weird generational thing, and that's why I think you're seeing the numbers in the military way down, because a lot of people that are now millennials that are parents, and even Gen Xers that are parents, especially the Gen Xers, because that's me. Okay, I'm 51, and my son's 28. And there was a period of time where I told him, I said, you know, if you have any interest in the military, don't go active duty. You should go in the Guard, because you won't have to deploy if we get you into the right job. And that was my point. I didn't want my son put in harm's way. And I'm not upwardly effluent. Okay, I'm middle class America, dude. If like I said, I have a great credit score, but I don't make a lot of money. You know, I have a house, but again, I have a house because I did have a parent my parents were divorced, but my father did okay and actually helped me get into my first and only home. But shit, dude, you know, you were saying some stuff that hits home for me as someone 20 years older than you. I married down a class. I know I did. My ex-wife, she was cute, but she was nothing special, you know, and we split up because our parents both told us, oh, this is a dumb mistake. We did it anyway. I hear you. But you know what? We were young kids. We were in love. We had a child. And I think Wilco can attest to similar things. He's got a child that is doing great. I think she's going to law school. I'm not going to get into a bunch of personal Semetics with him because it's not my business. But all I'm saying is we all are there. And as some white guy who's sitting there hosting a YouTube show for the almighty Michael of Mox News, I'm just telling you, I hear what you're saying.
I don't you know credit.
What do you got, Steve? Bring what you got, Steve. What do you got from Wichita, Kansas tonight? Tell us. Preach. Preach, Steve.
You fucking son of a bitch. I'm in New York City.
Liar.
New York.
Okay, fine.
I'm telling you, I'm in New York. And
from the
can
subway.
I get a little bit of credit for not having children?
At 35, you can have a lot of credit for not having children. I am very proud of you. Because we've said it before. Some people just need to stay the fuck out of the gene pool. What?
Never had an STD.
Okay.
Fucking.
With all those Tinder dates you've had, I'm really surprised.
You fucking.
You smile at me, I'll marry you. So.
All right. Heard it here first on Mox News.
You're such a fucking liar.
Wilco, did you just propose to Steve?
You.
Did you just propose to Steve, Wilco?
No.
No, good. I didn't think so. So no children at 35 that you know of. No STDs.
Damn, you must be ugly.
Never been on Tinder, by the way.
Just POF. Plenty of fish, right?
No, POS. POS. He knows
plenty of
all
fish.
About Tinder.
They should be an advertiser on the Mox News, I think. Now we get a new advertiser for the single sites. Right?
Right.
Because all the single guys out here need all the single ladies. Or if you're into that, you can swing the other way. But
I'm so busy all the time with all the stuff that I'm doing on. I don't have time for women
until
anymore.
the next...
I have a lot of work going on. I have a lot of research, things that I'm looking into.
Yeah.
You know.
Staying up on the news.
Women are so interesting. Women are so interesting.
Concept
on that women thing.
Right.
Yes, throw it out. Steve, chill. What caller's got another thing for us? Go ahead.
Okay, you know how? Have you heard of the term in China called leftover woman?
I have not. Enlighten me.
It's a term in China called leftover woman, and apparently a woman after 27 is apparently too old, and they're unmarriable.
Okay.
Well, they have
I would
hundreds
agree.
of millions, tens of millions of very successful women in China that are over 27 and they can't find a mate. And it's very striking how, like, in the West here, we have a lot of, there's a lot of lonely dudes.
Yeah.
And China has a lot. China's the place where it has the most. It just trips me out. You know how, like, right now we're against China and there's no friendship, but it's like, you see how, like, these problems easily could be solved if we just, like, found some. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there's a cultural thing going on there with China that American men apparently are not entirely fond of, and I will quote my proverbial radio professor from years gone by, Tom Likas, who used to say that Chinese women are not a good match for American men. But, props to Tom Likas. Just, listen to that guy years ago on the radio. He just, the cultural differences in how those women treat American men is not favorable.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of women out there that are like.
Hold on, Wilco's got something for us. Well, Wilco, I got to bring your volume back up. Go ahead.
I have a coworker who is married to a Chinese woman, and they have 2 children now, and they're the cultural differences are so vast that especially when her parents would come to visit with their first child, the expectations of the roles, it's just very rigid and very different than America, and they learned from their first child when their second child was born, the family came to visit, but they stayed in a hotel, and my friends forced the parents and said, no, you got to stay in the hotel. So yeah, I guess that does make sense.
I'll share another personal thing with you guys. My own father, who's in his 70s, has been divorced and remarried and is single right now, but he is dating or living with a Chinese woman who was previously married in China, has children, came to the United States on a visa, got married to someone else, stayed in that marriage for a while, got her green card, and has been with my father for about 7 or 8 years. He just told me the other day, he goes, hey, you know what? As soon as the COVID restrictions are lifted, she's decided she no longer likes it in the United States, and she is going to take the first international flight home that she can because she wants to go back and be with her son and her grandchildren. And that's like after, 16 years or so. Because like I said, she was here, naturalized with a green card through whatever means from a previous marriage. And now, she and my dad have a pretty happy life together. I'm not going to lie, he does well. But she just wants to leave. She's not happy in this country, so she wants to GTFO. What do you do?
Having that link to a child and grandchildren would be a pretty strong pull back to China.
Hey, my dad's brought them over here to visit. He's kicked down and flown her family over here plenty of times and put them up in hotels and in their home and not necessarily 5-star accommodations, but taken care of them quite comfortably while they've been in town. So there's that.
Well, that's sad for your dad that she's going to up and leave his ass in his old age.
I don't think, at this point, I don't think he cares. I think he's probably looking forward to it, quite honestly.
Yeah.
But
Chinese women can be very overbearing.
That's the concern I have with these 27-year-old undesirables that the caller. Again, I forgot your name again, bro. I'm so sorry.
There's a reason they're not married.
Jay. Yeah, exactly. There's a reason they're not getting married because either they don't put out or they're so goddamn frustrated and angry from family values that they've been having instilled in them that they don't like it. So.
It's just difficult to live with.
From what the documentary said, they are. Like, from what the documentary said is that they can't find somebody to their status, and so they have like a real big they have like a real big ego and like their nose summed up at a lot of their own,
I think we're going to see that out of the culture from India eventually too. A lot of the women from India that are looking for American men are the same way. But we're getting off topic a little bit because I know we're still trying to focus more on this Supreme Court Justice nominee. Hey, Jay, I'm going to have you drop off and see. I know anybody else can call through, but unless you got anything else that's important, call in another night. You're always welcome. Have you been following the show for a long time, or are you new to the show?
No, I've been following Mark for a while.
Cool. Yeah, just hanging out, doing his thing, and he'll be back. Just taking a couple nights off. We'll follow up. I don't know. There's so much going on, and I honestly feel personally that all the BLM, and the cops shit. He is so spun on this, just so wrapped up in it that he just needed to take a step back and go back to what he does with posting news stories.
Right? He's doing good, right?
I think so. We've been working on getting some of his older videos that are fair use, that are not third-party copyright, so we can get a little monetization on some of those and actually earn a little bit of money for some of the documentary stuff that he's put up in the past. And like shows like this, the live stream, we finally got Super Chat working, so people that appreciate his work can drop a donation there rather than have to go through PayPal. Because I'm not shitting you, dude. Let's talk for a minute about Mike. I've been friends with him for close to 20 years. Now, some of you guys in chat know this because I've told this story before, but if I hadn't have met Mike through a mutual acquaintance from Microsoft back in the day when he was making public access TV, I would not have nearly the successes that I've had in my career, because he was one of the people that said, dude, if you want to get into tech and that's what you really want to do, then you need to go for it. I was getting like into real estate, and I thought that would be, residential real estate would be the way to go. I wasn't making shit for money. It was horrible. Had to have a second job driving limos. But now, it's like I've been in the tech world for 20 years, and I'm not a millionaire. I don't plan to ever be one, but, I don't have to. I have a job. I'm busy every single day with project work that brings in enough money to keep the bills paid. And I feel really blessed and fortunate that I made those choices. And then a guy like him, who is also, single guys like, yeah, can you rent me a room at your place? Because this is all I can afford. And I'm like, yeah, I got space for you. That's awesome. So when I'm out doing my thing, out womanizing, playing at the casino, hanging out, he's doing the thing with the dogs and just chilling, like, this crazy dog. Let me see if I can bring him up over here. See that dog right there? See him? Old Rufus, where's he at? Right up there? Yeah, that's the Boo Bear. He's chilling over by the river. That dog is just like the most spoiled, rotten animal. That dog and Sammy, they are as spoiled as it comes, and because of Mike, they have the cush life. Yeah, they're my dogs, but he makes their lives amazing. There's the Boo Bear, upside down. He's like, that's right, D's nuts right here. So anyway, that's all I'm saying.
You used to work at Microsoft?
No, I had a mutual acquaintance, this fellow that a buddy of mine that I knew through Mike, who was helping him as a volunteer. Mike used to do a public access TV show once a week in Seattle. And that show was real popular because it was super racy. It was like your basic sophomoric party show with naked girls and bong hits, and back before marijuana was legal, he was fighting the good fight to get marijuana legal, and he'd bring on the bong of the week from a different glassmaker, and he'd have these crazy party girls from strip clubs come on his show and, get all scantily clad. And goddamn, the mayor of Seattle was like, I want that show off public access. And they're like, Mr. Mayor, we have to let him do this because what he's doing doesn't violate any FCC guidelines. He's not on the public airways. You can't pick this up with a set of rabbit ears on your TV. Back when rabbit ears were a thing, you have to have cable. Therefore, it's a paid channel. So, Mr. Mayor, you can't do shit to get him off. And they actually put him, they sued him in U.S. District Court. And Mike got an attorney from the ACLU that represented him. The head of the ACLU, the president at the time, was Mike's attorney in U.S. District Court against the city of Seattle, and he fucking won the lawsuit. So they had to let him stay on TV. So he ran this show for nearly 10 years, and then he started getting on the sounding block in politics. Like, he fucking hated George Bush. And he's like, George Bush is a fucking piece of shit, you know, and he would, and I mean, we went out in the streets to protests for the war. And like I said, the guy, when I first met Mike, I was like, hey, dude, I love your show. I'll come down and pick you up and party in a limo some night. And he's like, yeah, whatever. I'll believe it when I see it. So it wasn't until one night that I showed up at the end of their show with a limo, and I took him and this other guy that was helping him do the show that was this Microsoft nerd. Totally cool nerd, but he was down there, and we basically drove around Seattle and bullshitted till like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, well, guys, I'm gonna have to kick you out. I gotta vacuum the car and go pick up somebody to take him to the airport. So I stayed up all night and partied with him, and that was like that. So, you know, from there on out, we were kind of a tight bunch, and, you know, we'd go out and do all these on location photo shoots and filming at like the beach, and then we'd take it back and record it for recorded spots on the live show. And it was just this nonstop party for several years in a row. And we met a lot of really cool people that were fans of the show. And the guy that Mike talks about quite often named Sam, he's a design engineer that's just got, the guy's mind just is insane with he works with 3D printing and graphic design. And he's helped me do a bunch of stuff, learning how to fly the drone to do 3D models of areas and all that stuff. And so we have technology as our friend because of the people that Mike and I have met over the years that have helped him with his mission, if you will, in getting whatever word it is out that he needs to get out to the public and to share all the things that he's chosen to share. So long story short, when the public access channel finally said, we gotcha, you can't be on anymore because you live 30 blocks outside the city of Seattle in the unincorporated county, and you have lied about your address by using this bogus street address on Eastlake Avenue to get your mail. Exactly. So they fucked him, and they're like, you either owe us $50 a year in back pay for all the years that you've lived out in the county for using our studio, or your ass is fired. So they basically shut him down.
How can they do that?
Because it was so here's the deal. Public access TV on a cable franchise such as Comcast, which back then was...
How could that even hold up in court?
It's not a court issue, okay? And how does, at that point, good luck finding an attorney that's going to want to play that game with you. So Mike was like, well, fine. I'm kicked off TV. I had a good run. Let's find something new. And that's right about the time that YouTube was starting to be popular. So we did a massive think tank, and he basically rebranded under the concept of Mox News instead of Fox News. It's like unfair and biased is where the concept of the name came from. You know, we're not going to be fair and balanced. We're going to be what the media really is. And he started, oh, wait, I take that back. C-SPAN Junkie came around first, because he was following all of the things that were going on in Congress and the Senate, and he was posting those videos because C-SPAN didn't have their shit together back then. They did not have a YouTube channel. They didn't have any streaming video on their website yet. So he would record C-SPAN 24/7 and then go back and grab this kind of stuff that we're watching right here and make it available to the whole entire world. And he became super popular under the name The C-SPAN Junkie. And then C-SPAN came at him with a cease and desist letter and said, you can't use the name C-SPAN Junkie. And he's like, fuck you. Yes, I can. And he basically got the, I forget what they're called, the Freedom Foundation, some sort of internet, I forget what they're called. And they said, oh, we'll help fight you fight them on you or for you on that. And it just turned into a shit show. So finally he's like, screw it, I'm going to rebrand. I'm no longer C-SPAN Junkie. I'm going to be Mox News. And so that's what we have today. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, I told him, I made a suggestion. I said, let's connect with your audience. Let's see about getting some live shows out. And so we started doing like one live show. It was just him sitting in front of his webcam with one camera. Yeah, I'm telling the story here. Some of these people haven't heard this story before. And hearing it from my perspective instead of Michael's perspective is a little different. Dude, I got to show you guys something funny. The Boo Bear is having a dream. Check this out. Just a second. I'm going to go back over for a minute. Look at his legs. It's so funny. He's like, he must be running in a field having fun. See, look, I'm going to pretend I'm a puppet. Let me pull the strings here. See, look.
Chasing
Rabbit.
See, I'm pulling his legs. See, I got him on.
This is a live call-in show.
I know, and we have no new callers right now. Anybody that wants to call and knock Jay off the line can call now. But let me get back for just a minute. So again, moving forward, Mike decided the live show was worthwhile, and he was doing it all by himself with a shitty-ass microphone. Now we got this big old fat big mouth condenser mic, which here I'm going to move it so people can see this kick-ass thing. We're like a real TV show with like, hello, super big-ass, kick-ass microphone there. And we're sitting on a tower of power with 118,000 subscribers almost. And so that's... He must be, as he's laying there chilling down by the river. So, although his color's off a little bit, you can kind of see that he's not actually here. Watch this for a minute, just for fun. Since we're pulling back the curtain for a minute, let me go into the filter on the Boo Bear cam, and I'm gonna see. I'll show you guys. Watch this. Here's Boo Bear. Let's watch. Woo! There's a peek behind the scenes. See, he's just laying on a blue sheet over there. Isn't that cool? And I'm going to chroma him back down, and it looks like he's by the river. Let's do a little color correction and see if we can... Oh, not that one. That's what I need to click. Now we'll see if we can get rid of some of that fuzzy blackness in there. This is where I'm pulling back the curtain here for just a minute to give you guys a little... Oh, now Boo Bear's fading away. Damn it. Let's see if I... Oh, he's rolling over. What's up, Boo Bear? Did you have a good dream, buddy? It's like, fuck yeah, I did. God damn it, I can't quite get the color just right on that. Anyway, that dog is so goddamn spoiled. I think I faded him into the... He is 12 years old, and this dog is so hyper. He literally, you'd think he was about 6 or 7, the way this dog runs around and plays and gets crazy, Anyway, hey Jay, I'm gonna drop off, bro. Anybody else that wants to call through, you can. It was great having you on. Call back anytime. And Wilco and Steve, thanks for your input too. I'm gonna keep you guys on, of course, because you're currently helping me co-host.
Thank God. It was fun. I didn't mind the interruptions. Everything was fun. It was cool.
Right on. Yeah, call back anytime. Michael's always looking for some cool debate, even if you disagree with him. Hopefully he won't yell at you and chase you away. I try and...
No, he's just cool, dude. I've been following Mike since he's been posting about the legalization of cannabis.
Hell yeah. Well, when it goes nationwide...
Yeah, I've heard Jay's calls before.
Jay, if it goes nationwide, my pipe dream is to... see if we can fucking rent an RV, because my RV that I have won't. It's old. It's a 97. It's like, it would make it over to maybe Eastern Washington for a concert. But we want to go on a U.S. tour and meet all of our viewers around the country and we'll go down the West Coast and then shoot across I-10 through Texas. And then we'll try and get into every major city and have meetups in different cities for people that want to just come hang out and smoke a bowl once it's legal.
Dude, if they could break Texas, if they can make it legalized in Texas, then it's done, dude.
Yeah.
Nationwide.
But that's the thing. I heard there's some legislation where they're looking at trying to do get it through, at least to decriminalize.
Good luck.
Right?
Hey man, they legalized it in Oklahoma.
You never know.
Right? In Oklahoma.
Well,
Freaking Oklahoma, dude.
Oh my God.
Don't even get me started about Oklahoma. They stole my Seattle Supersonics. Fuck Howard Schultz and fuck you, Clay Bennett, for stealing my basketball team. I grew up loving the Seattle Sonics, man. Downtown Freddie Brown and all those guys. I tell you what. Anyway. But if they got weed, cool.
Okay.
Jay, it's been fun, man.
It's fun. Yes, it has.
Take it easy, but don't take it too easy, because sometimes those girls are trouble.
Have a good night, okay?
Hey,
thanks for the call, Jay.
Take it easy. Thanks for the call. All right. Ding, ding. All right. There goes Jay. So it's back to the Wilco and Steve show. Let me make a modification to bring you guys up so your volume's better.
Hey, we need a call from Pete, man. Pete's in the house.
Yeah, Pete, bring it, buddy. If you can do that, bring it. And we'll get you on with Steve and Wilco.
I want Iowa Blackbird to call in. Fuck drunk Pete.
God.
Fuck Trump? Is that what you just said?
I don't have stimulants.
You said...
Did I just hear Steve say fuck Trump?
I said,
Nah, he said
Fuck drunk Pete. Don't do that. That's trouble, man.
Yeah, you probably got
Pete will
something.
tear
need
you
to
apart.
fucking-
He'll rip you apart like a dead blackbird.
no, I changed it. I was like, there's the Chris from Olympia. We need to talk to that guy.
Well, we'll have to
Who's
see.
that?
I'm
Your
hoping
mom.
Pete calls through in a minute.
Your mom.
That is your mother.
Oh my god. You guys are on top of it.
Oh.
These homies are live with none other than Go Caller.
Hello, Michael.
Are you there?
Hello,
If you're
caller.
there, I can't hear you.
Yo!
Now I can hear you. Thanks for not starting out with...
Oh, it's your boy. You know who it is, cocksucker.
It's your boy.
It's your motherfucking boy.
All right, let me switch
That's
these
right.
guys back over. Hold on, I got to change their audio.
Don't even say my name. You're going to summon me like a pro wrestler.
Yep.
Here I am, bitch. What's up? It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's right. We don't have the music.
The fucking glass broke. You said drunk Pete, and the fucking glass broke, and here I am, bitch. What's up?
It's we're just doing the show
How's
here.
the shampoo business?
How's the shampoo business?
It's fantastic, bitch. Quarantine ain't ended for me, cocksucker. I'm still working every day. Yo,
Keeping
everyone be quiet.
keeping America's hair clean.
Right?
Fucking doing us a service, man. Pete the fucking patriot.
Damn
Keeping
right.
America's hair clean, man. During a fucking pandemic. You're the man, Pete.
What do you think about this this judge nomination? Is she good for America or not?
I don't know, because there's too much misinformation to sort through, so I can't really get a good judgment on this bitch. I don't know.
Well, I wonder if there's going to be
agree with Pete, man.
any skeletons in her closet pop up, like one of her boyfriends from Catholic school going to come up and talk about how she like is totally into sodomy or something crazy like
She used
that.
to take it in the ass.
And we took her back behind the rectory after mass, and we pulled the train on her on the altar and defiled the church. Did you hear about that guy in Texas? The priest that just had two dominatrixes hook up with him, and some little old lady called the cops because she saw the lights were on at the church after hours. Did you see that in the news?
Ooh.
Some 35-year-old priest. Yeah, he's like some sicko-looking guy. Looks a lot like Steve McClanahan.
Are you sure it wasn't Steve?
I could have been. I don't know. Are you a Catholic priest in your other alter ego, Steve?
I hear he's in the dominatrix, dude.
Well, was one of them named Trixie?
Trixie.
Yo, Wilco, are you there, Wilco?
I'm here, Pete.
Wilco!
I'm in the yard, the dog.
Hey, did you hear
Taking the
about
dog
those
out.
fucking,
Oh, there's
I
the dog.
heard,
Come on, dog. Come on.
who let the dogs out?
Christ.
I'm gonna, yep, I'm gonna have to get the dogs out in a little bit because Mike is not walking the dogs tonight. He's actually not home tonight. He actually is out. But let's see, what's the dogs looking like? No, so Pete, you got any input at all? I mean, besides, I don't want you don't grandstand on me. Give me something. You got to have something for me.
Well, if you let me fucking speak, cocksucker.
The floor is yours.
Yeah. Well, I heard about there was this couple, whatever, that pulled out the arms. There was that rich couple where they had all the Antifa protesters that marched through their rich neighborhood and they got all pissed off.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
I remember that.
And
Ken and Karen.
I'm sure Wilco knows what I'm talking about.
Ken
right?
and Karen, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what they
it
call
was like
Ken and
it was definitely like a
St.
Karen
Louis.
and a fucking some douchebag couple, right? And they got all mad that there was a bunch of protesters marching through the neighborhood, and then the guy pulled out his fucking AR, and the media made a big deal about it, and now that guy apparently is facing some type of charges in court. I don't know, Wilco, can you elaborate on this story? What's going on with this fucking dude? Have you heard anything about this? I'm very curious though.
Yeah, the couple were indicted a few days ago, and while they lived in a gated community where there was a no trespassing sign, the protesters came in and they tore down a gate and they, threatened these people. They'd already been talking about coming into the suburbs and causing trouble, and the rhetoric on both sides was probably a little harsh, but so they indicted this couple and they dropped the charges on all the people that had tore down the gate and were threatening them. But nothing. I don't think anything's going to happen. There's just it's political. There's a Democratic district attorney that brought the charges. So it's just like everything right now. It's just political to keep us, and it's not to get one side or the other, one wing or the other wing of the same vulture. It's about keeping us divided and hating each other. So that we don't come together.
Absolutely
and say,
a political,
shit.
triggering story it's only meant to, trigger people emotionally. Yeah. I understand that. But I was just curious about what happened to that guy because I kind of felt bad for him. So that's all. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Good times.
Two dogs. My dog doesn't like other dogs, and the neighbor's dog doesn't like other dogs. We have a little dog drama here.
What's up, dog?
Gotta love those pit bulls, right?
Yours isn't a pity, right? It's the neighbor's is, though, huh?
The neighbor's is, yeah.
Yeah. They can be kind of scary, man. Sometimes they're unpredictable, I think, more so than other dogs. As much as they're, calm when they're under control of their owner, they can be a little unpredictable. Their brain is wired a little different.
This dog has come over in my driveway and backed up and leaned up against me and demanding to be pet.
Yeah.
And then snapped at me. So he's nuzzling up oh, I'm a cute little dog, and then he snaps at you.
Just so you know who's in charge, mister.
They got too many screws with it, so I can't stand them.
Yeah.
Of course, they got two of them. Can't have just one.
The neighbors have too many screws.
Don't have any control over them whatsoever.
Hey,
you guys want me to go outside right now?
Real quick, guys, who is this Azaritz Zeru in chat that keeps redacting all of his messages? Is this somebody new, or do we know who this person is? I don't recognize the name.
Anyone who redacts, he's been around a while. Makes a good point. Almost seems like Swampy smart ego.
Because I'm about to fucking put the bitch in timeout if he's going to keep redacting his messages.
He normally doesn't retract his messages. So
well, every single one of these are redacted.
Right now.
Either have the fucking balls to leave up what you say, or fucking GTFO, bitch.
Dude, I'm with you, Craig. I cannot stand message retractors. It drives me insane.
Yeah, because,
well, he's been retracting everything.
If there's something that we don't think is appropriate, we got a couple wrenches that can fix that shit, but don't be a pussy, okay?
He's either an insecure teenager or an autistic late 21st.
Hey, listen, guys. I'm going to stand up for him here. He normally doesn't do this.
Okay.
And I don't know what the message is for, so cut him some slack, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, there's somebody else that's been really chatty in the chat, and maybe he had some rebuttal to that.
What is this? It's not me bullshit.
To let it go.
It's not me. So who's retracting the messages then? Dude says it's not me.
For the most part, this person usually has some pretty darn good information.
Okay.
Although sometimes lately has been rhyming it up like Swampy, kind of makes me wonder about that.
Well, this is a bit of a different kind of show tonight. I know I pissed off Ash because I didn't realize his alter ego was coming out.
Look at the chat. He says it's not him. So whatever he's saying, which is usually a little bit cutting edge and maybe dangerous, things that YouTube doesn't like. Although it says retracted on my end.
Yeah, retracted. That doesn't mean it was being blocked.
But
I'm not sure.
Retracted usually means that the person who wrote it.
So
I say we have a no retraction policy
this
from
person
now on.
says
Sure.
they didn't do it.
So I'm curious. I wonder if, as the host of the line, because I'm on the Mox News com account right now, I wonder if I can go click on the message and see what it says. No, I can't even go back and see what the message is.
I tried, and it won't let me see it.
Typically, like when somebody does that, aren't we usually able to go back and see what they said?
Well, they should be. You should be allowed to retract a message, and
if YouTube blocked it, no. If they delete it, I don't think so.
Let's find out.
But if we delete it,
I
you
can't.
might be able to go
no.
to YouTube dashboard and see it.
Okay, so here's a funny one. Like, look, I can see Dr. Whisper just redacted a message, retracted or whatever, and I can't see his either. I can hide user on the channel, I can put him in timeout, or I can report his ass, or I can add him as a moderator.
Whisper, are you still there? I thought you were on the line.
Whisper might be there. I don't know. He may be using 2 ways to see the show tonight.
Steve, hello?
Steve McClanahan, come in, please. Steve in New York City. He's
in New York.
He's sitting in the subway at his own piss and vomit. That's what he said. He was in New York. That's the first thing I said. He must be down in the subway.
Dude, you're like 2 hours. Dude, come to Rhode Island. You're like 2 hours away.
There you go.
I'm right here, bro.
Here, wait. I'm gonna have fun with Whisper for a minute. Oh, he's a channel mod now. Oh, he's not a channel mod any longer. You got 2 seconds of fame, bro. That could have ruined your day. I had to do it.
That could have been dangerous. He would have blocked me forever.
I know. I could have fixed that.
Wow. Yeah, that's like giving North Korea fucking nuclear missiles for 2 seconds.
I love it. So Barry, I know he doesn't call much, but did you guys see in chat? He just says that Amy's a Christian and not a Catholic and not a Christian. I got news for you, Barry. I was raised Catholic, and we are considered Christians as being Catholics. Now, I'm not Catholic anymore because I don't go to Mass and I don't go to confession, so I can go back and be saved on Sunday for saying a bunch of Hail Marys.
Frank,
yes.
This is interesting because that's sort of a topic that Christian versus Catholic.
Yeah.
And in Southern California, where there's a lot of Latinos and they're predominantly Catholic, they make a distinction between Christian and Catholic.
Absolutely, they do.
And I say the same thing. If you're Catholic, you're a Christian. You're just not a Protestant Christian.
Right, because technically you still follow the Christian Bible.
Foreign to them.
Yeah.
That's completely foreign to them because there's an element of the Latino population that is not Catholic. They are Christian. A lot of them are Jehovah's Witnesses, and
right.
And I'm sure
and LDS. There's a lot of LDS Latinos as well.
That's correct. That's correct. A lot of LDS, but I mean, calling those folks Christians, I don't know. But anyhow, I think it's just really interesting that most Mexicans, native Mexicans who are Catholic, they'll correct you and say, I'm not Christian, I'm Catholic.
Yeah, well, most Christian faith, Protestant churches are all offshoots of what was the Crusades, right? The Catholic Crusades. See, we didn't learn Bible verses in Catholic high school.
The Protestant church. All the Protestant.
I knew somebody was gonna fucking correct this. There's gonna be something wrong with all of everything that we're dictating.
Just a minute. I got to ask you a question. Pete, what are you anyway? Are you a Catholic or are you a Protestant? What are you out there in Rhode Island?
Well, I would not classimize. Yeah, that's how drunk I am.
Yeah.
I just say classimize.
It's a new word. Put it in the Urban Dictionary.
So, yeah.
I
don't know anything about. I guess by definition you would say I'm an agnostic because That's like the ignorant, like dumb person thing to say. Like I. Don't
So the
know.
name Kavdon
But,
isn't like Jewy?
But I will. Here's what I tell you, Craig.
Yep.
The closest I've ever come to a religious experience is taking an eighth of mushrooms for my first time ever. And
Okay.
so I'll tell you that I don't believe in religion because I think that we, as human beings, we can't even begin to perceive even the shred of reality that we're presented, that we're living
I
in
won't
right
even
now.
go Daniel on you and say amen to that. I won't, but I did. But I agree with you 100%.
How about Oy
No,
Wow.
I totally agree with Pete on this. I feel the same way. I feel there's some kind of higher power, but religion in general, organized religion is a fucking joke. That's me. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Hallucinogens, and that'll throw your whole fucking religious perception out the fucking window right there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I've never done hallucinogens. I mean, the hardest drug I've ever done is marijuana. I'll be honest. I don't drink because I got gout, so I can't enjoy a few cocktails, or I'll be limping around like a gimp the next day with a blowed up toe that feels like I'm walking on a broken foot, or it'll attack my ankle or my knee, and I just can't have that happen in my life. So hey, Pete, we got Chris from Olympia calling through. Can I? You want to hang on the line? Or you want me to have you call back? All right, hold on. Just stand by. Chris from Olympia, what's cracking, brother?
Hey, how's it going, Craig?
Good.
Is that you?
Yeah. Would it hurt your feelings if I conference Pete in, or do you want to be solo?
You can conference Pete.
All right. Yeah. We're all friends here. Now we got the Wilco and Steve show with Pete and Chris from Olympia.
It's the Steve show.
No, it's not. It's the Drunk Pete show right now.
It
With special guests. With special guests.
I
know.
You motherfuckers, this is the Steve McLean show.
Wilco rhymes with show, so it should be
Wilco show.
Steve Wilco show.
That's what I was thinking too.
It's fucking Killer Mike. It's Killer Mike right now.
I can't conference in a third call on the line. I'd have to call him.
Taking a nap, man.
This is bullshit. This is fucking
I'm gonna
bullshit.
take just a minute because thanks to Chris. Hold on, guys. Chris, you got the floor since they're the newest caller. Everybody, I'm going to turn down the volume on Steve because I know he can't keep his fucking mouth shut.
What?
Chris, what's good tonight?
Well, yeah, there were a couple of things. First of all, the composition of the court based on their fucking religious beliefs. It is. And this is from AmericaMagazine.org, which is like some social, political magazine. And it was from about a month ago. September 21st.
Okay.
And this is a quote. It says, "Before the death of Justice Ginsburg at age 87, the Supreme Court included, listen, 5 Catholic justices, that's Roberts, Alito, Thomas, Sotomayor, and Kavanaugh, and 3 Jewish justices, Ginsburg, Breyer, and Kagan."
America Magazine, right? The Jesuit Review.
The ninth justice, Mr. Gorsuch, was raised Catholic, but currently attends an Episcopalian church. So of the 9 Supreme Court justices, literally 6 of them were raised Catholic and 3 of them were raised Jews. Why do I raise this point? Because America is more or less a Protestant country, all right? It's basically been a Protestant country like Pennsylvania, Quaker,
Sure.
New England, they were Church of England. Even in Virginia, they were fucking Church of England. They weren't really necessarily like Catholic, right? But now, for some reason or another, in the United States in the last 50 years especially, the whole country culturally has defaulted to these people who have moral authority and seem to have the answers as though given down from above to below. And there's other reasons why there are Jews and Catholics on the court. Mostly it's about education. The fact of the matter is that parochial schools and yeshivas, where these kids go to school, they actually are memorizing Bible scripture and they're debating, i.e. they're discussing morals amongst themselves in schools when they're young kids all the way up through university. So they have a natural disposition to become, check this out, lawyers, right? people who dispute and argue about laws and rules and what's right and what's wrong. So therefore, it isn't odd that mostly it's Jews and Catholics on the Supreme Court. I mean, it makes total sense. And in a Protestant capitalist culture, which we live in, the marketplace always wants to have somebody else do the dirty work. They don't really want to do it themselves. And that's the reason why, say, Catholics used Jews in the Middle Ages. They didn't want to touch the money. They want somebody else to deal with it. And it was preferably somebody that they can pay for who has more authority. And in this case, it seems to be like, and the other thing is the elite schools. If you look at the where these people went to university, like specifically for law school, they all went to either an Ivy League school or, maybe Stanford. So they all are going to elite institutions, and that's okay with the rich people. The Supreme Court is a fucked up institution from the get-go. Like, these people are appointed for life, literally. Like, if they make horrible decisions, or if they adopt a horrible lifestyle after they're on the justice, I mean, it takes a lot to get a person kicked off of the court. It should just be like term limits. Like, we will appoint a person on the court for like 8 years, and I don't know why the president gets this authority either. Like, why there isn't some kind of like bipartisan congressional Senate/House, means to put somebody on the Supreme Court. So it just isn't the arbitrary judgment of the the president. I mean, that seems to be kind of like against the will of the Constitution. Isn't fucking perfect, and I think we could do better and form a better government than the one we have today. But these institutions we have are arcane. So that's why he appointed like a 48-year-old woman to the court. She's going to be on the court for 40 fucking years.
Right.
We don't know very much about her. Like Steve has pointed out, or others have pointed out, we don't know very much about this lady, or Pete has pointed out. But nevertheless, like, she's going to be on the fucking Supreme Court, and the Democrats are going to let it fucking happen. They're not going to say anything about it. In the Federalist Society, she also belongs to like Catholic cults. I've read a couple articles in a few newspapers that talk about like praise for Jesus or some cults, Catholic subshoots that she belongs to. That's an evangelical kind of spirit of like Catholicism in vein with evangelical Protestants, right? A nut job, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of things we don't know about this person. And because she's attractive and photogenic, she's going to be rammed down our throat. And this doesn't seem very fucking democratic to me. Those are my points, Craig.
No, I think you're right on a lot of issues. I had potted down both Wilco and Steve. I'm going to bring these guys back in.
Yeah, please.
Who wants to... Pete, you're on the line with him. You got anything interesting that you might bring up based on what Chris has to say?
No, I mean, I think I agree with what Chris said. It's just kind of like, Ruth's dead. Here's this new lady who we think is cool. Here you go. Woo, Robin is lady.
Yeah, replace the Jew with the Catholic. Hey, Chris, thanks for the donation. Mox appreciates it. I'll let him know that we got $1.99 tonight. That's cool. Wilco, anything intelligent before we bring in the village idiot?
I got nothing intelligent.
You're not talking about me. I'm already here, bro.
No, dude. Steve's in a pool of his own vomit and piss in the fucking subway in New York right now.
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of Catholics probably in Providence and in Boston. They're probably excited.
Can I trust you fellas to hold down the show for?
Dude,
hey, fellas.
In Rhode Island, it's all fucking
time
Italian.
Out. 1 sec.
Catholic.
Give me a second. Can I trust you fellas? Hey. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold that thought. I'm going to trust you fellas to hold down this tower of power for 2.5 minutes while I let the dogs out for a piss. I got 4 of you that are my most trusted callers on the line, so I'm going to step away from the mic. You guys have the floor. Keep it honest. I'll be right back. I got to go let the dogs out.
Craig, you got 10 minutes before this fucking
2 minutes.
Center falls apart.
Drunk Pete, go.
Yeah, hey buddy, what's up? Hey,
love
You're being called out for where's your donation? Chris is trying to get a donation war going with you, Chris. He says you're a cheap bastard.
Bro.
and you
No
can't
one
afford
wants to
no,
donate
no,
more to me, bro.
that
I'll
does
fuck
not
all you up
matter.
in a donation war.
That does.
That's just what Chris said. Not me. Don't shoot the messenger,
I don't
man.
know, man. Okay. So what
You know what?
Listen,
Don't
he
be
already
trying to
got
take
fucked
a
up.
fucking drunk
Leroy,
Pete.
whatever the fuck he said his name was, Leroy, he got fucked up. What's up? Who's next in line, bitch? I'll fuck all y'all up. Mike needs it right now, too. I'll fuck all y'all up.
He says put your
The
money
next
where your mouth is.
caller. Wilco,
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
you got it.
Drink Pete.
Hi, buddy.
What are you drinking?
Right now I'm drinking a blueberry highball.
Uh-huh. Cool. Sounds delicious.
Peter, you gay?
I like tiki
It's okay.
drinks. I like
It's okay if you are.
wearing tiki shirts with fucking palm trees on them, and I like putting
One of those Hawaiian shirt guys.
Yeah,
Are you a boogaloo boy?
Juice?
You
I like
sporting the Hawaiian
fantasizing.
shirt?
I like fantasizing that I'm on a tropical island somewhere far away.
Jimmy Buffett.
I like that.
Whoa.
Especially as winter comes in fucking in Rogue Island, huh? I bet winters suck there, don't they?
I can't really hear you guys.
I suppose if you got a jacket, as long as you got a good jacket, right?
Jacket?
The rainy season. The rainy season.
My cock? Do I jack my cock? I jack my cock regularly.
Oh no, he's pulling out the jizz mop. He's going jizz mop Pete. I was hoping it wasn't gonna happen. Ah, Pete. Peter, what would your mother say?
Yo, I'm trying to smoke my balls, motherfucker. What's up?
Is that Pete smoking a bong hit?
How's the weather in Texas, motherfucker?
Texas?
Is it good?
You'd have to ask the last caller. He was in Texas, and we did not catch that. Nobody on the line is from Texas, Pete.
Jay was from Texas.
Bullshit.
Although Steve motherfucking McClanahan, kind of close.
I don't know. He's from some fucking hayseed state with that fucking accent.
KC? Does he have an accent? He does kind of have an accent, doesn't he? Sounds like he's from fucking Kentucky or something, right? Although, if you've ever been to Kentucky, man, Kentucky's fine. So beautiful there, dude.
I'm
Eastern
back.
Kentucky.
Guess who's back?
You fuckers in Southern Ohio know.
You want me to go full Steve McClanahan right now?
No.
Wait, how many beers are we working on, Steve?
Remember, he drinks 2 beers at a time.
One bourbon, one
Double the
scotch,
number.
one beer.
4.
Yeah, man, I didn't
Chris with another donation in the super chat. Thank you, brother.
You know,
4 beer
trying to get
now.
up at a regular hour. 4 beer, that means 8 beers, because you got to double Steve McClanahan's beer total. He drinks the ice beers, and the tall boys.
Do I have to
For
put?
99 cents, Steve.
What's up, Steve? Say that again, Pete. What'd you have? Or I'm sorry, Chris. What'd you say for Steve?
Oh, here's to great alcohol, Steve.
Right.
Heads up, man. Cheers.
Hey, Chris, how's the farm coming? Are you about done down there? Are they going to bring you on full time, or what's going on?
No.
Where's
my farm job ended. It's over.
Right on. Well, are you welcomed back for the next harvest, or what did they say?
No, I think I'm on good terms with them. They just only required like 4 or 5 slots.
Right on.
So I didn't get one of the slots, which is cool. I mean, it was weird because it did have this like Survivor quality to it. For a couple of weeks.
Yeah, the tribe has spoken. No.
Yeah, and I didn't really like that, but I had a great time and was exposed to thousands and thousands of pounds of marijuana and
yeah, no doubt,
and scores of different strains. So it was a good experience, and I love the plant. So I learned a lot, and I still have. I brought one half of my sour diesel, and I brought one in, and I have one half of a plant out. And I looked at the weather, and it's going to get nice. We'll have sun for the next 5 or 6 days.
I saw that, but it's pretty chill. Still pretty cold, huh?
So I was hoping to make it through these 2 or 3 days of rain without like killing the plant, because I had mold on my other plant.
Oh.
But everything's great, so everything is fine. I don't know how I feel about the Supreme Court justice. I agree with some of what the other people had mentioned about, it's all the information is coming through these really kind of biased filters, like the mainstream media, CNN and MSNBC and Fox News, right? Who all have political agendas.
Of course they do.
It just kind of sucks. It sucks that like the court, which is supposed to be a place where, there's a person who just makes a decision based on precedent and based on what the right thing to do is, based on the evidence, so on and so forth. A judge is being determined strictly on like these political litmus tests on both the right and the left.
Right.
And I don't know what to say about that except for it's not a perfect system.
So do you think if
fact,
Biden is elected that they will pack the court? That's another question we didn't talk about yet tonight.
I don't think he's going to have an opportunity to pack the court, right? I think that Trump just replaced 3 judges. Is that right?
Right.
This will be his third appointment.
Yeah.
So and all of these folks are relatively
No, I mean
young.
by adding seats. They're talking about by adding seats to get new justices.
Yeah, I guess that might be a
Thank
way
you, Chris.
out, but I mean, I don't think it matters as long as they're lifetime appointments. That's the problem. Like, as soon as they're lifetime appointments, there's opportunity for corruption, I think, in a way,
Yeah.
I don't know, because you're going to be there forever. So it just opens up, like, I don't know. I don't think it's very democratic, necessarily. And considering how many fucking lawyers there are in the United States, I don't think it's necessary either that the court, like, have that kind of, like, real rigid continuity for, like, 10, 15, 20 years at a time, determining law, even if they make bad decisions, right? They make bad decisions. The bad decisions can be discussed when they appoint another judge. But in this case, that only happens when they die. And it just doesn't, it seems there's something wrong about it. It's archaic is what I guess that's what I'm getting at. It's kind of it seems outdated to me. Like a lot of aspects of democracy. Like we live in this federalist system where voters in Wyoming have like 7 times more power than voters in California based on like the amount, or more based on the amount of people. It's less than 1 million people live in Wyoming. 35 million people live in California.
Yeah.
But they both have 2 senators, right?
Sure. So the Congress, is that like, where the amount of congressmen you have is flexible based on population, right? But again, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a perfect
I'm listening.
gubernatorial expert, but it's my understanding that the amount of Congress people in the Congress is based on population, and the amount of senators is based on 2 per state, giving every state an equal power.
And the Senate, and that means what that means in English. That is correct, Craig. And what that means is that the Senate is not a democratic institution.
I agree with you there.
Right.
It's stupidly,
so therefore,
but what do you do?
When it was designed that way, it was designed to disenfranchise people who were living in New York, Philadelphia, Richmond, Charleston, etc. It disenfranchised people in the cities and empowered rural communities in a way that was not democratic.
Yeah.
From the very beginning. And
Hello?
we're seeing the consequences
You're
of
there,
this being
Steve.
played
Stand
out
by.
right now with Trump. Trump's, if you look at the, I don't know, where his support is in the United States.
Hey, okay, what do you got? Interject, Steve. What do you got?
I just want to talk to Chris from motherfucking Olympia.
Okay, we're going to be up to like Is your 12-pack gone yet? It kind of sounds like it's in your belly.
Well,
Me?
That's
Yeah.
Steve. I hope you enjoyed your beer. Cheers.
Hey, can we get a quick shout out for Chris? Read his super chat here. Chris says
yeah.
a lot of
The other Chris.
Pete. A lot of cheap Pete in the chat tonight.
Hey,
I don't know why he's calling out Pete, but
not Pete.
I don't know.
Cheap
Sorry, Pete.
people. Come on, he's not calling out Pete. Dude, Pete never. Pete never got.
I'm not even looking. I haven't even been looking at the chat.
It's the other Chris, right?
So much
Chris
money.
Diamond.
This shit's only on PayPal.
No.
You can't see my shit up in here in Super
We
Chat.
have to go back.
Motherfucking.
Take that back.
I haven't looked at the chat. Is someone talking about me in the chat?
No.
Yeah,
Wilco was just
for
being
what
a
it's worth,
douchebag.
I am not Chris Diamond.
No, you're not. I know you're not Chris Diamond. Chris Diamond's
For what it's
comment
worth,
was a lot of cheap
yeah, I
people in the chat tonight, not cheap Pete.
I see that. Yes.
All
I
I'm
see
saying,
that now.
Pete,
I
is
just
you
thought-
never did get your bow down homage for your big bidding war the other week, man. That was like so fucking epic, dude. Pete like just wiped the floor with all the rest of you guys, man. Pete is not cheap, dude.
I fucked that guy up.
I know you did,
Yeah, well,
dude.
he talked some shit.
Okay, Chris
He
is.
talked some shit, and he got fucked up. That's
Yeah.
what happened. That's what
I
happens
know.
when you fuck with a big time baller like the P Dizzle.
Well, I
You
still,
get fucked up.
I still haven't sent Pete
I don't play
his cool boy prize package. Hold on, we got some.
We got another super chat.
We did that one.
And
Said
he
cheap Pete.
corrected it.
He
was
corrected
right.
it.
I read it correctly. He's correcting his original
Uh-oh.
where he said cheap people. That was clearly Google. That was autocorrect.
Autocorrect.
Cheap Pete.
With 2 stars
but
after
it
it.
changed it to cheap people, and he's clarifying
Uh-oh.
now that he meant cheap Pete.
He wants to push your buttons, Pete. This guy wants to fuck with you so bad, dude. Chris, it's
He's
all
saying,
good though.
Put your shekels where your mouth is.
Oh
Pete.
God, shekel grabbers. That's what Barry calls them.
It's not shekels.
You guys, we have got the coolest fucking chat of any YouTube channel out there, you know. And me and Steve have had this discussion before. Our chat is fucking epic. You guys are fucking the best.
I put your mind forge manacles where your mouth is.
There you go. Even Barry, dude. We fucking love you, Barry. You may talk some shit and talk some wacky, crazy shit. And Mox doesn't read his chat while they're going on. He's got too much other shit he's trying to take care of. Because, you know, I mean, Mike is a crazy motherfucker as it is. So, you know, that's why I'm trying to hold it down behind the scenes so this show can actually have some fun to it. Because when it's a one-man army, it's a train wreck. You know, I mean, the only reason I'm able to hold it down is I'm not stoned tonight. I'm just drinking fucking caffeinated chocolate. This is one of those Costco, woo, you know.
Greg.
Yo.
Greg, stop being a little bitch.
Hey.
Like,
Steve.
Take a fucking...
I was just giving you props.
Or something.
Who calls me, how come there's no live show tonight? What are we going to do tonight? There's no live show? Fucking A, dude. What are we going to do?
Fucking like a little dab show.
Right?
Why don't you do a little fucking dab?
I can't do a dab. I actually...
Something.
Here's the thing.
Where's your pen?
Here's the thing. With me, can I tell you about me? The way my body functions and the way that my chemical workup works, I can do a dab on a Friday night.
I actually want to talk right now.
I'm a lightweight, fuckers. I'm a lightweight. Let's face it.
Shut the fuck up. I want y'all to shut up. Y'all been listening to y'all. Fuck, I have been doing news, research. I've been fucking typing on the keyboard like 100 miles an hour, like fucking doing all this stuff, writing all my notes down and stuff. And I just want to fucking... I let you guys do this show right now.
Breaking news. I thought you jumped the turnstile and were sitting in your own piss and vomit in the goddamn New York subway. It's the sophomoric content of this show that keeps everybody coming back. Steve, did you look that word up yet to understand it? Because I know you said you didn't understand it when I used it in our show prep the other night with Wilco. What is this word you just used, Craig? That's what you said to me. Did you look up sophomoric and add it to your vocabulary yet?
Here's what I want to tell you guys.
Go. You have the floor.
Sophomoric.
I
That's
love-
the word you know.
Sophomoric.
I absolutely.
Bro, it's called Google. Look it up.
I know.
Thesaurus is a word.
Steve.
Okay, so I'm being interrupted again.
Oh my God.
From fucking Wilco and Craig.
Everybody put up your chin diapers.
Cephalosaurus? Are you talking about a fucking, what are you talking about, a dinosaur, motherfucker?
Yeah, it's fucking dinosaur. That's right.
Oh, Pete's here and Chris is here. Okay, I just want to say, oh, we got another caller. I just want to fucking, before another caller comes in, you're fucking.
Whose deal is it, by the way?
Say what
I
again?
just want to say, I literally
Who's dealing?
love you motherfuckers with all of my life. No matter
right.
what letter.
Steve is not dealing. What's it going to be? 21? Yeah?
I love you guys, man. I just love you guys, right, Steve? No matter what, I love you guys. Say it.
Oh, the caller, does the caller have some beef right now?
Poker
Caller,
you dealt the cards on front of the camera?
Wilco, shut the fuck up.
Do I have a deck of cards? You guys?
Yeah,
Right.
do you?
I wonder. I'm not playing with a full deck right now. Uh-oh.
What's cards right now, motherfucker? Like, what do you want to play? You want to play blackjack? Do you want to play...
Pete, is that original
21?
music? Are you jamming
Do you
original?
wanna-
Because we can't have any copyrighted music on the show.
No copyright infringements.
Yeah.
Do you want to play 5-card draw? Do you want to play poker?
Because you know what'll happen? YouTube will come up and go,
Roar!
Oh, shit.
Lady Gaga?
Fucked up the whole show.
No, that's all right. Godzilla. Oh, no. There goes
Yeah, I was
Tokyo.
gonna
We
pick it
got
up, bro. Let's
Godzilla.
quit.
Roar! All right. Sorry. Although Mike did leave me a little one-hit tutor here. But there's no fucking weed, dude. There's nothing. There's a brand new, fresh little piece of glass. Oh, hold on.
Algorithm.
Who's messaging me? Oh, fucking Wilco. Sorry, dude. Can you just... I'll get you that later. I know how... Got to Google that, too. So, Steve, you were saying, or are you too drunk to remember?
I was saying that, can you give me a rundown what I was talking about?
You were talking about my cock for president. Don't vote Biden. Don't vote Trump. Vote for my cock. Because
this is why
my cock
I
belongs
wondered
in the
if
White
you
House.
were paying attention. Obviously, you were not paying attention.
Top 5 reasons to vote for my cock. My cock hole. You know, do you know why the top 5 reasons? I'll read them for you. Number 5. My cock is what America is all about. Because my cock is better than the rest of these dick holes. Number 3, right here on the back of the postcard. Because my mom loves my cock. Oh my God. Did I just say that? Sorry, Mom. Number 2.
Hey, my cock is a good man, Steve.
My cock
Good man,
stands.
Greg.
My cock stands for truth, justice, and the American way. And the number 1 reason why you vote for my cock for president.
Truth, justice, and the American way.
No, is my cock has a bold new direction for America and the world. Did you get the euphemism there? A bold new direction?
New direction.
No new direction. Say it fast. My cock has a bold new direction. Nude erection. Not new direction, but a nude erection for America and the world. That's a funny ass play on words.
Get it.
I did not catch that until reading that right now. And of course it's got the marijuana symbol on the back.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
If you guys, again, my Mox News fan pack does come with some My Cock for President cards that have that on the back.
That's a campaign I can stand
and
behind.
I will get Mike to...
That's a campaign that I can stand behind hard and firm with pride, sir.
Firm and hard, stand for my cock. My cock stands firm.
Going for these days.
Okay, what?
Greg.
Say that again. We're
Greg.
about to end the judicial hearing here, so I'm gonna have to switch back out. We're gonna go. You guys, let's go to the casino. Here we go. Da, 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 we're in the casino, and we're ready to go back there to the slot machines. All right. I just had to jump out. It is casino time. It is 9:30 on the West Coast. I still could go get in a few rounds of dice tonight.
Wait a minute, Craig.
Yeah.
If you threw dice with a camera on it, right? We could place wagers before you threw the dice, and more or less gamble, right?
Yeah, the problem is those guys that work there that look like Joe Pesci would probably take me out back and bust my kneecaps and turn my knuckles around so my fingers look kind of like Dak Prescott's leg after that fucking run the other day. Did anybody watch football the other day and watch him break his ankle?
Cutting in on somebody's business in North Seattle.
There's no side bets, man. You can't even play that. So I could go in with my camera phone in my pocket and a wire in my ear, and you guys could tell me what to bet. That'd be kind of cool. Here's a funny picture. Watch this. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna take a picture of what I see, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Check it out. This is what I see when I look at the screen. There's the webcam. And there's the rest of it. That's pretty crazy, huh? God, we have stooped to a new level of low. There's not much else to talk about. It is almost 10 o'clock on the West Coast. We're tying up both lines on the conference. Petey, what do you got, bro?
Hey, Pete.
I'm about to
Craig,
vomit.
It's like fucking 12:30 on the fucking East Coast, motherfucker.
My vomit is
I gotta
not
go.
on
Yo,
me.
Craig,
You're gonna drop
I
out.
love you, dog.
Pete, you're the best, dude. If you need to hit the fucking
I
Ote
gotta get
Banky
going,
and
brother.
call it night, go
Hey,
for it,
Pete,
bro.
Have a good night, man.
You're the best, bro. So, is Tulsi still giving you a boner? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I actually gotta work tomorrow morning. I'm like some of you fucking goddamn degenerates.
And on that note, come on, give us some really cool exit for tonight. What are you going to do on the way out?
Too many people talking.
Holy shit.
You're not going to mass, are you?
Craig, I love you. Yo, shout out, Craig.
Thank you.
And, yo, shout out, Craig. Shout out, Mike. Everyone else can suck my dick, grab my balls. Fucking.
And on that note, we just dropped Pete. So there goes Pete off to Ote Banky to get himself some sleep so he can go make shampoo tomorrow morning. And when Wilco said that, all I could think about was that fucking Adam Sandler song about shampoo bottles. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google it. It's worth the humor. Just Google Adam Sandler shampoo bottle song. You'll be glad you did. Oh man, Chris Diamond just called out Pete on the way back. He said, "How about a donation?" He might jump in and leave one. We'll see. But
I just found a hamburger in my microwave.
Oh God, how many days old is it?
It's like half. I got it today.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Craig, I'm gonna have to bail and eat some food, but
go grab dinner, man.
I hope the program sounds great.
Hey, Chris, let's plan to break bread sometime soon. Maybe me and Mikey will come down your way to Olympia and grab some food and hang out here soon. None of us are COVID symptom positive, so that's good, man.
Yeah, this COVID reality just really sucks all around. That people are so paranoid about it.
These fucking shin diapers are becoming a fashion statement. Like I said, I made the Guy Fawkes ones. I actually moved the graphic further up. These are kind of fun. I wore this to the casino the other night. I got some interesting reactions.
I've got a principle about it. Basically, I do wear the handkerchief. All right,
sure.
Wear like a red or a blue.
It fits your personality, dude. The handkerchief works for you, man.
Yeah, it works for me, and I don't have to buy a mask. Like I think this accessory, like these extra accessories, are it's just a weird marketing thing.
Well, it's weird to see which girls are good looking, man, because it's like now I know what Muslim men feel like. I mean, I'm being dead serious. You don't know what the woman looks like because all you can see is from It's weird.
And I think that's part of the mind fuck, Craig. Right? Like,
really?
Think about like for how long we vilified people in the Muslim world for having their women be veiled for whatever reason, but
yeah,
made them seem like, oh, how dare they wear veils because their culture wants them to wear veils. But then we tell everybody in the world they have to wear a mask, a veil, and if they don't, they're publicly shamed.
Right.
I mean, it is a weird psyop, almost like something the CIA would do, just to fuck with the minds of people. Like, we told you for 30 years that women wearing veils are bad, but now we want all of you to wear a mask.
Put on your goddamn chin diaper. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a mind fuck.
It is weird.
Anyway, but I don't like superfluous money on things like accessories that I don't use. What am I going to do it with a mask after COVID? Right? Throw it in the closet.
Put it up as like some kind of a trophy on the wall. Oh, that was from back in 2020 when we had the China virus. Whatever, right?
That's the last thing I want to remember from 2020.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, anyway, I'm going to exit on that note, and again, it's nice talking with all of you. And
yeah, thanks for participating tonight. Like I said, I think when Mike goes back and sees what we did, he'll actually appreciate it and not have to worry, because we had, so far we've had some pretty, pardon the word, but some epic calls tonight. So.
And I look forward to when Mike does come back. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go. And again, it's great talking to all of you. Wilco, Steve, Craig. Y'all have a great night. All right.
All right. Peace out, Chris. Mm-hmm. And on that note, for Chris, because it's his bell right here, I'm dinging the bell. All right, it's back down to the Steve and Wilco show. You guys got anything more? Should we call it a night here? See if we get any more calls. I'm going to wrap at 10 o'clock. In 15 minutes, we're done. So if you guys want to call, anybody else that wants to get through, I encourage you to call now. And you can talk to me, you can talk to Wilco and Steve, or you can just, you want to do a bong hit? Hey, so here's a cool thought. Back in the day in Seattle, there was a public access show called the Bong Hit Championships. Now, I don't want to rip off the title. I just want to use the concept. So I think for fun, one night a week, we're going to do something similar to that if Mike wants to do this. I've run it by him a little bit, but I want to call it like the timer toke or something like that. And we'll call in and have people call from certain, wherever they live, and we'll time them and see who can do the longest toke. And then maybe we'll do some kind of a giveaway for the longest one of the night, just for fun. That way everybody can get their smoke on and have a little fun, and it'll be we'll see which part of the country has the strongest set of lungs, whether it's somebody down in Texas, who knows, maybe we even get Joe from Pennsylvania to do a bong hit live on YouTube. Wouldn't that be funny? I don't think he smokes, but that would be pretty funny. Wilco, you still there, or did we lose you? Dude, I think these guys both fell asleep on me. Wilco, are you still on the line, or did you drop? I don't see you. Let me see. I got the volume cranked way up.
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh yeah, no problem. I think Steve fell asleep. It sounds like he's snoring. Let's listen.
I was not done. I'm muted. I was pissing.
You were muted. Oh, hey, we got our dog well trained.
What the fuck is happening?
Wilco, we got our dog well trained.
What?
I said we got our dog well trained. He muted out while he was pissing.
That's I don't believe him, to be honest with you. But I was muted out probably from when I had to do that.
So, okay, I got to go back to...
So yeah, nobody heard anything that I said.
So questions in the chat. Now again, Ortiz. Okay, so you have...
Hey, there's Joe. Pick it up. It's Joe from
I know, Joe. That ain't gonna happen, right? I knew it, man. I love it. It's still fun to think that, though.
Joe, just smoke a little bit. Just a little bit. It adds balance to your life.
Yeah.
You can't just have... Life is not You know, man cannot live on whiskey alone.
So I gotta ask a question in the chat. So looking back at Aritz Zero again, he's got some the chats that are typically getting redacted are these semicolons with IMF, and then this semicolons JOON.
People have fucking colon problems. Oh,
yeah,
Jesus Christ!
It's because
colon pal, colon ping ping pal.
YouTube is Google, and they're crap.
Oh,
and if
Steve,
they can
mute yourself.
decipher what you're trying to say, there's all sorts of code words, but they'll delete all your comments out.
Okay.
And Eric's is doing their best to
that's what they're doing. They're doing
comments that still stay visible.
Hey guys, I'm gonna switch you back over. Hold on. I'm gonna switch you guys back over to your audio on the other one.
I just spelled a word you can't even spell it. It's like.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna have to cite you for intoxication on the job, Steve. Don't make me do it. Don't even make me do it, because I will.
What? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Like, I didn't even drink. I'm
liar.
Maybe one half
Eric
a
has
glass
a great
of wine.
comment about
one half a glass of wine.
I gotta check my audio levels here. Hang on. You guys are good.
I'm fucking.
Here, let's see what the audio levels sound like this minute.
Joe, to each their own. Joe from Pennsylvania.
Hey, does anybody else?
Good that you got some sort of vibe.
Let me ask you a question. Do you get an ad for the Epic Times come up when you start the Mox News live show? I want to know how many people are getting the same ad as me.
I don't necessarily get it specifically for this channel, but I get that ad constantly for the content that I watch. Because
hey, does anybody else? Let me ask you a question. Do you guys get an ad for the? Okay, that's me playing back stupid shit. I'll shut that up, or it's going to turn into an audio loop that we can't control.
Yeah.
Why are we arguing?
So the Epoch Times is owned by a cult.
It's not a George Soros newspaper.
For that. No, but it's a cult, and it has to do with those. I think the Uyghurs in China. But it's okay. I know a lot of people are sympathetic to the Uyghurs. But it
literally
is a CIA-backed. Shut up, Steve. It's a CIA-backed cult.
It's not happening.
That's
really?
Printing this newspaper.
You want to fucking go cult right next to cult. They're fucking watch American Horror Story.
Shut up,
You
Steve.
motherfucker. No. You can tell me shut up, Joe Biden. You fucking goddamn fucking.
Hey, dude, I got a plan.
Steve's 5 beers over the line. Sweet Jesus.
I'm gonna change tonight, and I'm gonna be Hamish for a little bit. You guys know that surfer dude in Northern California named Hamish that talks like a surfer dude? Have you guys ever seen his live show?
Not watching
I'm Hamish's brother, man.
We're not as cool
what's
as you,
up?
Craig. Craig, we're not as cool as you.
What?
We're not as cool as you.
Who is Hamish?
Okay, you live in California. Jesus Christ.
I do. But I'm not from here, man. Everybody knows it.
He's an
They got like a sore thumb. I don't belong here. Please, rescue me. What?
Attach your surfboard to your motorcycle and go surfing.
Hey,
you know.
So, Wilco, did you see that? Joe says he'll trip in the woods before taking a bong hit in the living room.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's awesome.
And I said, right on, Joe, to each their own. At least you got something to do like that. But
one of these
man,
days I may
a little bit of cannabis goes.
Not like today or tomorrow.
A little bit of cannabis goes really good as like a bridge between the booze and the fungus. So
that's what I found.
So, and honestly, man, just in my life, I really, not anymore because things are weird these days and I'm old, but like LSD back in the day, I preferred that to the fungus. doesn't cause you any doesn't make you want to hurl, you know. But when I have the fungus, I have to make a nice tea, and I use a lot of ginger and chamomile, and I go out of my way to make sure that I'm not ingesting the chitin, which is hard on your stomach.
Hey, Chris,
And,
hold on, Wilco. I want to stop for a minute. Chris Kaiser in the chat. You posted, "I love ACB." That's cool. We're non-discriminate. Mox isn't here tonight, so there's nobody yelling down your throat. Call in because I want to hear what you have to say. Come on, man. 805 Mox News. The floor is yours,
Yeah,
brother.
right on.
669-6397. 805 Mox News. Give us a call right now. I want to hear what you got to say. Tell us why you love ACB.
Yeah, calling Chris, because Chris Kaiser is a very, very, very long time Mox News listener.
Yeah, I mean, bring it.
Or
we want to hear
supporter.
from anybody tonight. I'm literally going to stay on. If you call now, I'll stay on through your call. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap in 6 minutes here, and we'll call it a night at 10 p.m. Pacific.
So
Come
Chris
on, Chris.
Kaiser has been a
Keep the show
commenter.
alive, brother.
Nobody listens to me, man. Chris Kaiser has been a long time Mox News listener, commenter in the comment section.
That's what we want.
Years and years and years and years and years.
And you don't
so
even have
Chris,
to talk to
I'd
Michael
really love
tonight.
to have you call in, please.
We'll bust your cherry right now on live.
Please,
Chris.
Live
Are you
YouTube.
going to say the N-word
I'll shut
right
up.
now? I'll say the N-word right now.
Just mute him.
If you do,
Just
what I'm
mute him.
going to do is I'm going to literally ban you from chat for life.
He does not need to call in. The N-word is need tonight. It's
805-669-6397.
Where no operators
You
are
don't need
standing by, you're coming straight to the desk right
think-
here.
Call in.
Right here.
I think
That's where you're
ACB's
coming
cute.
through to.
Colin, I think ACB's cute. Colin, tell me how I'm wrong.
Okay, well, I got 4 minutes and counting, and we're going to call it a night
For-
here
For
in
a
4 minutes.
48-year-old woman, dude.
Because I want to go up to the casino, throw some dice. I don't have to get up early tomorrow. I do have some stuff to do, but nothing early in the morning. Come on, Chris.
Gambling is
Don't
bad.
fail us. Keep the show going. We'll keep. I want to just hear what you have to say, man. All 12 of us that are still
Joe's got a
watching.
good comment. Joe's got a good
What
comment
he
there
has
about
to
a little
say
squeegee for the
is-
third eye.
Hard
Paul's
R's.
right, no hard R's.
R like
No
a
hard
pirate.
R's.
You know
No,
that,
hard
right?
R's are
You know
in.
what the pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet is, guys?
R.
No. The C, of course.
No. C. R. Yeah, hard R's. I had to look that up.
Pirate, I told her
You
that we
kids
weren't
use
gonna be no hooking.
you youngsters use all these weird terms like the hard R. I had to look that up, and I was like, oh yeah, duh.
Okay, I don't
Hard
even
R.
want to know. Do I want to know, Wilco?
You should just look it up.
I will look it up.
But it starts with an N, it ends with an R, and it's not neighbor.
Yeah.
So the one word that
It's
you should
a
never
beautiful
call a
day
black
in the
person,
neighborhood.
and it's
Won't you be my neighbor?
yeah, you don't
You know where
want to
we
use that
haven't
word,
gone
but
tonight?
yeah.
We haven't hit the space station. Now let me make sure I don't lose the desktop audio when I go there.
Hey,
Stop
speaking of the
telling me
hard
what
R's,
to do. Do
where's
I look like
where's my
Mike?
friend?
Is there any resemblance here between Mike and me? I don't think so, because we're not brothers, you know.
No. but where's Jim? Where's my Jim Lester, man?
I don't know.
Where's
I haven't seen
fucking-
him
where's-
tonight yet either, huh?
Where's Hawaii, man? Where's Jim? He's my black friend that
Well, we
makes
got
me
3
not a
minutes.
racist. Come on, Jim.
3 minutes until we're done, so we're going to put up the sunset. That beautiful summer sunset here in Seattle. Chris, you're failing me,
That's
bro. I need you to call.
That's it. I'm taking a bong hit and I'm not muting the torch. So there you go.
All right.
Here we go, ladies
Well-
and gentlemen.
You guys are idiots. I fucking literally have just done like
Hey,
150
I mean, wait a minute. Hold on. Wilco, if we have to go,
Yeah,
I'm
that's me.
probably, depending on what Mike's doing tomorrow, I probably won't go live anymore this week because I want to save the news stories for him. I just felt like, so I told you guys earlier, I felt it was important because of this ACB hearing to get some of our regulars. And I want to get you guys on because I know, you're a sideline doing all the chat moderating and everything. And I just want to let you guys know this has been a lot of fun. I know that Steve McClanahan loves to be our center of attention and fucking totally wishes he had his own show. And I know that I know,
He loves
Wilco,
his
I know
own
you're
voice,
not
that's for
really
sure.
one to draw attention yourself, but it's been really fun having you guys on. And we'll have to do this again sometime. Maybe I can show Mike how to pot up a couple of Skype calls. We're kind of cheating because I have a paid Skype account that allows me to dial regular phone numbers from my. It comes through where you guys are like seeing my mobile number. So keep that on the DL. I know you will. But Mox News is definitely nowhere near done and over with. We are just getting started, and we're in for a wild friggin' ride, dude. No matter what happens, who becomes president, the next Supreme Court justices, we got a lot of stuff coming up. This election is going to be a goddamn train wreck. And again, you guys out there that are in the chat and that call in, tell your friends about this show. I mean, you can't tell me that you don't have somebody that you work with that wouldn't get a kick out of what we do here on a regular basis. And the viewership of this live show is just touching a tip of the iceberg of what Mox News really has and what really is being done out there on the channel. There is so much content.
Can I get in here? This is Steve McClendon, and I am still here.
Yeah.
Can I get in here? Okay, so what the tip of the iceberg is that no matter what you think, you can actually go to Mox News. It's not Fox News. It's not CNN News. It's Mox News on the internet. Type it in, live show, and other news. Literally, the only motherfucking free speech zone out there.
Doesn't mean Mike's not going to yell at you if he doesn't agree with you, but he'll let you have your voice. That's the best part.
Because I've never been blocked. And look how crazy and fucking insane this shit has been going on in this world. And what I was thinking before any of this shit happened was like, you know what? This is going to be super cool. And
here we are.
And here we are.
A year and a half later, and Steve McClanahan is still calling in, keeping us informed, and bringing his field reporting with all kinds of opinions to the friggin' table. And you guys, like I said, the rest of you out there in the chat, I know some of you don't call in. I don't know if that's because you don't feel anonymous. And you don't have to use your real name. We don't need to know who you are. But, think back over the last, all the who I miss, and it's too bad, maybe he'll come back, is friggin' Dwayne, man. Something happened between him and Mike. Dwayne. And I think Dwayne may be back one of these days. I know he's he's shadow watching. Dwayne, we know you watch. I know you can't.
I hope so, man.
You have to come see this train wreck anyway, because...
Although Dwayne's busy having babies, dude, so
right.
he might not have time.
Nah, he may go back and watch the live show when it's not live. Oh, did I just? Okay, I thought I lost you guys.
when Jane's asleep. When Jane's asleep, he might be live. And I know he fucks her brains out, so she probably needs some rest. So
hey, I don't know.
Shout out to Dwayne. Shout out to Dwayne. That's all I'm saying. Dwayne's the man. Dwayne's the biggest Trump supporter in the Northeast of the United States, even though he lives in Canada.
He's across the river in Canada, not far into Canada.
He loves Trump more than Americans love Trump, and when he'll probably call after Trump loses, after Trump wins, what's going to happen? I don't know.
Hard to say.
And he'll probably call in and say, he'll say, "I told you so," or he'll say, "Damn it, now you guys are fucked." And hopefully he put up a lot of tomatoes this year because he was growing lots of tomatoes. I miss Dwayne Jane. I miss Dwayne and Jane and their whole big family. Dwayne is the whitest black Hebrew Israelite I know.
Right?
And Dwayne is an interesting character. If you're out there, Dwayne, cheers, brother.
Give
I know
us
you
a
drink
call.
a little
Let
bit
us
of wine.
know. I know we
Oh,
didn't see
maybe-
Jackie
hey,
Cat
maybe-
tonight, and we didn't see Michelle, and I know some of y'all don't get along, and that's okay. Everybody, we can all agree to disagree sometimes. I know that sounds cliche, but
I love the.
it's what makes us American, man. You know,
I
or
love both those sexy bitches. Jackie Cat, shout out to Jackie Cat. You're the fucking woman. We miss you so much.
we didn't hear Manny tonight. I miss hearing from Manny, even though sometimes his accent is very thick and it makes it hard for me to understand him sometimes. But I try, I really do.
Oh, Mantequilla, the last of the Mexicans, like Butters from South Park. Mantequilla. But Mantequilla means butter, by the way.
Dude, who else haven't we heard from in a while that needs to get their ass back in this chat room?
Man, I doubled down on Dwayne, man, but
no, I really think unfortunately
Jackie Cat, big time. You know what? Who else was the? We had a conservative girl lived up in. She lives in.
UTN.
In
Uncover the News.
No, she's Canadian. She's not conservative at all.
Okay.
We have a girl that lives in I think Vermont or New Hampshire. What's her freaking name?
I'd have to
She's
look
hilarious,
back.
dude.
We haven't heard from Katrinka in Kansas City in a while. I think she's been busy doing her music producing. She's busy working with a bunch of musical artists.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a handful of people that are, you know, they come and go. So
I tell you what, Jackie Cat has the most beautiful angelic voice.
Yeah, and she's got a sweet spot to live. She showed me one of her videos that were down there on one of the canals in Florida. Oh my God, man!
Oh yeah,
that's some kick-ass spot. I lived in Tampa for a couple of years when I was active duty Air Force. I've seen
all the Jackie Cat videos. I'm motherfucking subscribed to the Jackie Cat.
Nice.
The Jackie Cat 67.
Well, I kept this open an extra 5 or 6 minutes, hoping Chris or somebody else would call through, but I think we should call it a night, fellas. Like I said, thank you so much for co-hosting. It's always fun to have the Steve McClanahan show. Right?
Yeah. It's always interesting.
One of these days,
you'll never get a word in.
One of these days, we're going to get Steve to install Skype on his phone and hook up and just destroy he'll just wreck his data plan one night and blow out through all of his data so he can do a video call with us.
Well, he's clearly passed out. Otherwise, we would not be having this conversation.
Yeah, I think he's still there. So I'm going to jump over.
We'd have to cue him up.
Because when we close out, real quick, from the West Wing, this is the Mox News desk with the presidential dog laying on the carpet and Pikachu. And we're gonna close out the show from the West Wing tonight, and I'm definitely gonna still take us out with the two-headed snakes because we have to. Rufus, how's that blue carpet, buddy? Oh, he's sticking his head under the desk. All right.
Rufus, man.
Well, this is probably. I mean, we'll get plenty of other times to sit in the Oval Office. I love sitting at the president's desk. Just because where else can you be feeling all patriotic like you're in America? Merca!
That's right.
All right. Well, on that note, you guys, I'm going to close out the Skype call and call it a night. You can always donate to Mox News at PayPal, on the GoFundMe, or over through the Patreon page. It's been a lot of fun hosting, and Mike will be back here, same Mox time, same Mox channel. Make sure you like, and if you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell on the bottom of the video so you can be notified of new videos as they come out and when we go live. And just remember, Mox News survives solely on donations from generous people like you, and without you people, Mox News would not exist. So if you can, drop a couple dimes in Mike's bowl. He'll appreciate it. We got to have a little grocery money to be able to put a few morsels in his belly every once in a while. Mike does not waste your donations on stupid things. He's not that way. He is the most minimalist guy that I know, even more so than me. And for what it's worth, I'll be real talk here. when me and Sam and Mike go out for food, even if we offer to treat Mike because he doesn't have money to go, he'll sit there across the table and say, no, guys, I don't want to take your money. You enjoy your food. I'm just going to have a cup of water. And I'm like, seriously, dude? So we try not to make that happen. We're all a bunch of brothers in arms here, and we take care of our buddies. But this is what he does. This is his sounding block, his forum. I'm just here holding it down so you guys know that when Mike isn't around at different times that we're going to make sure that you guys still have an open forum to chat. Because I know you enjoy being here. You wouldn't enjoy being in the chat for so long. We'd have like 0 viewers. And, you know, knowing that this late in the evening that some of you on the East Coast, there's still 12 or 13 of you here. You know, it's late, man. It's what, 10 Pacific? What is that, 1 Eastern? We might do the show earlier in the night, too. We haven't talked about that, but it might make sense to come on a little earlier in the evening so you guys that are on the East Coast don't have to stay up so late to watch the show. But we got to find the happy medium to do that. Anyway, I tend to get long-winded when I'm in front of the camera. So on that note, you guys stay cool. Mike will be back, and have a good night.
No matter which mouth you feed on a two-headed snake, it still shits the same turd. But lucky for you, you have Mox News. More than 10 years. More than 60,000 videos. Mox News has been filtering the nonsense and illuminating the bullshit from your mainstream media. Turn off your TV and turn on to Mox News. For over a decade, documenting the socio-political events that have etched and carved the pathways that define today's modern mess, Mox News has been providing clarity while faithfully bringing you today's relevant stories 100% commercial-free and subscription-free. And just like Lady Liberty vows to remain free. But at this time, we're asking you for your help, your patronage, and your support to keep the lights on and the videos rolling. For less than 17 cents per day, you can become a basic subscriber, knowing that your donation is truly making a difference that will help continue bringing the news stories that make a difference in your life. Turn on, tune in, and drop a couple dimes today by clicking the link below or visiting moxnews.com and show your support at any level. From a single one-time donation or dedicated monthly subscriber, do it now in less than 2 minutes. All donations are safe, securely processed, and verified using PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover Card. As always, we're sure you'll find something of interest each and every day. This holiday season, give the gift of Mox. moxnews.com.